This message is brought to you by Apple Pay. Forget your wallet? It's all good. Because with Apple Pay, you can pay with a single tap of your iPhone, the wallet you never forget, at millions of places worldwide, including websites, apps, and anywhere you see the contactless symbol. Security is built in with Face ID, so you don't have to worry about your cards getting lost or stolen. And the best part, you still earn the card rewards, points, and cashback you love. So say goodbye to the bifold, add your card to Apple Wallet, and start paying the Apple way. Terms apply.
Welcome into the Ringerverse. This is, of course, the Ringers Nexus podcast feed for all things fandom. We are Steve, the architect, Ahlman, the builder of things, Jomi, explainer, Adeniran. You've got questions, he's got answers. Old Man Van, he of the receding resurgent hairline, Coke, Baby Chuck, 24 karat closer. Together we are known as the Midnight Boys. Also socials, Insta, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok. Save Jomi's job. Jomi.
Listen, normally I don't want to come on here and talk about people's, or dealings on social media. But you had a take this weekend that really got the people going.
What do you mean? Planes.
And who should be flying on planes. And
Van Lathan don't fuck with the kids.
You don't like kids.
You don't want kids on planes?
That's not what I said.
What did you say?
I said was I would pay extra to be able to exist in kid-free spaces sometimes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you want to have like an adults-only flight?
Yeah, I would. So, and people are like, you can't hear the babies crying in first class, but you can.
You absolutely can.
You can.
You would know.
You can. Okay? If you're on a Delta One flight, the first class is gigantic, all these first class seats. But if you're going from like here to New Orleans, first class, and there's a kid crying, you can hear it. This is what I'm saying. And I understand this. We can't have society both ways.
What do you mean?
You guys refuse to discipline or control your children.
Okay.
You don't want to do that. That's fine.
This is true.
You don't.
I actually agree with this take.
You don't want to. You don't want to discipline or control your children, right? That's fine. That's cool. But then you don't want people to be annoyed by that. You can't have it both ways. Either you guys exert some control over these kids, or
you want them to slap them around a little bit. Is what you're saying?
So not slap them around. I'm just saying. It's like. So, so here's the thing with the kids on the plane. This is the thing.
Okay.
Because people make they made the very correct observation that you more often get unruly adults on kids than you do get kids on unruly kids.
Very true.
But I can tell an adult to shut the fuck up. If I tell your kid to shut the fuck up, we about to start
That's the thing. Your kids in these spaces, they hold you hostage.
Right. We can shame adults.
I can be like, hey man, can you shut up? Shut up. Like I was on a flight, I was sitting on the window. Somebody reached over to like open the window. I was like, hey.
Reached across you? Wait.
I was like, nah.
So now, what about holding some empathy for the children?
Because it seems like babies have cried on planes since time immemorial.
Sometimes they're just babies.
No. This might be an old.
Wait.
Because sometimes they are just babies.
Yeah. Like kids, like 3-year-olds are gonna cry on planes.
I hate y'all so bad. I hate the whole world, bro. I'm this last. So listen. Something's happening to me.
Okay.
You're getting old?
Yeah. This last 6 months in particular, what y'all just said was complete horseshit bullshit. Didn't nobody say nothing about not having empathy for kids? Did no one say anything about not wanting? I'm saying if I could pay extra to not have to deal with it, then I would like to do that. I know that babies have to cry.
Right.
I know that kids make mistakes. I know that teenagers make mistakes. I know that people's brains are still forming. All I'm saying is I would pay extra to not have to deal with somebody else's kids screaming their head off. If someone could say, hey, Van, here's a flight right now to where this is a fucking 18 and up flight. I'll pay extra for that.
And you do realize,
Yeah, but here's the thing. Now people.
That's classist, right?
How's it
No, but here's the thing. Now, I'll be real.
play it,
Then the
just
thing
play
that
it.
you're locating is what people do now, where it's like, oh, so you don't like community? You don't like taking care and like make sure everybody. I'm just
All
like,
right,
he didn't say
all
that
right,
shit.
well, hold on.
Like,
Well, you
I
did
don't
say
get
that
it.
you don't discipline
I
our
don't have
kids
to take
anymore.
care of your kids. Like that.
No, but that's exactly what people start
Hold
talking.
on.
But and by the way, listen, I don't have any children, right? I don't have any children. Don't have any kids. However, my entire crew and everybody I know has them.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna tell y'all something.
Uh-oh.
I could go back 2004, 2003, 2005. The look. I'm not gonna call names because I love these women and I love my nieces and nephews. The look on somebody's faces, on a woman's face, 9 months in, fucking 13 months in. Well, maybe not 9. Maybe, I can't remember. Maybe, but 13 months in when you go, no, go ahead, I'll watch her. Yeah, go enjoy your afternoon. I'm not doing nothing. I'll see her playing Halo. Me and Amari sitting right here. My little niece Amari, beautiful woman she is now. Just graduated college. So we'll sit here. We watch Dora the Explorer. We'll play. We'll eat Izzo's illegal burrito. I'll make pancakes. I'll do the whole thing. I'll watch her. You go. Y'all gonna have some fun. The look on the mother's face, the look of glee when it is you and the baby and they get to go be free. I know that people need a break. I've seen it before where people need a break. All I'm saying is when I'm flying cross country and I gotta fucking sleep on the plane to get up and do TV in the morning, it would be awesome if I could have a flight where I'm insured that there are not gonna be no kids on it. And by the way, there are not a lot of kids on the red eye, but sometimes there are. I fly a lot. Fly New Orleans to New York maybe twice a month. Fly other places. I'm just saying, what's wrong with that? Why? We're on YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe, share. You can watch every Midnight Boys and every House of R episode on youtube.com/@Ringiverse and also on Spotify. This week, House of R continues their Alien Earth deep dives and Buffy recaps. On Friday, Mid Edition does their big comics catch-up. Now, what the hell is that? What are we doing here?
Reading comic books, baby.
Like, what kind of comics? What y'all got?
We got Absolute Batman continuing. New Superman comic called
Which
Kryptonite
one?
Spectrum.
What is that about?
Superman discovers 4 new forms of kryptonite, and he has to figure out what it does to him before Lex Luthor does.
So he's like doing experiments on himself?
Yes.
What an idea.
He might have enlisted Batman to help him.
Oh, daddy. Okay, cool. That's fun.
Yeah.
Fun. I love Mid Edition. Okay, on today's show, we're giving you our long-awaited Mantle Wars plus instant reactions to the latest episode of Peacemaker. But we're going to get you started with something that just broke. Charles is going to get us into it. Something that just happened. We want to know kind of what we're feeling about this.
All right, so there's some nerd news just dropped. James Gunn officially announced his follow-up to Superman on Instagram. Man of Tomorrow is the title. It will release in theaters on July 9th, 2027. And the post featured an illustration of Superman and Lex Luthor in his classic tech suit, drawn by Jim Lee. All right, Van, this is probably the worst kept secret in Hollywood that James Gunn was working on a follow-up. He has been very, very clear that it was going to be connected to Superman, potentially the Superman family. How are you feeling? Are you surprised that they dropped this announcement? We're getting this in 2 years, so this is it seems like if they're not in production, they're about to be in production very, very soon.
Yeah, they gotta go. They gotta go because they need a locked script by probably the end of this year, early next year, because they gotta shoot. If they're getting this out, July? They need to be in production by summer of next year.
Previs, CG, all
they need to go. I'm surprised.
Are you?
I'm surprised that they're coming back this soon. I'm pleasantly surprised, but I wonder what the reason for the movie being this soon is. We had a slate from DC, did we not? Of all the films that
we
were
did.
Gods and Monsters.
as was a Superman sequel in that original slate at this time.
And to be clear, this is like in tandem with the other Superman family movie that is coming sooner from this. That like this is
No.
This is the same thing.
Yeah.
This is that. You got Supergirl next year, and then you have this.
right.
That's the thread.
But what I find interesting to your point is that a lot of the shows and movies that we were promised in that original slate, I think they have figured out were harder to launch. I think we were supposed to have a Amanda Waller series, a Booster Gold series.
The Authority.
Yes, The Authority.
Yeah.
A lot of this stuff, James Gunn has been very, very clear where it's just like some of these scripts aren't there yet. So part of me is like, was this part of the plan, or did they see how Superman did and they're just like, actually, you know what? We need to strike while the iron's hot. Get another one out.
I think that's part of it, but also the thing about a James Gunn script is that a James Gunn script usually doesn't need all those rewrites because it's written by James Gunn. And so he can get that out real quick. When you got to work with other people, might take, we got to fix this. We have to do this. James Gunn puts a set down for like 8 weeks. Is like, boom, I got one.
Right.
Here we go. Let's make the movie.
But it's also fair to know that he basically has final say as to whether or not scripts get approved and projects get greenlit or not. So it's very easy for James Gunn to say, yeah, this one's coming out at this time because I'm writing it and I'm going to be directing it.
It's better for us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Also, this tells me that they see their Dark Knight. If you think of Superman as Batman Begins, which is a table setter for a big, massive genre culture changer movie, a reintroduction of the character, and then the next film being a movie where you can more directly interrogate themes, bring in higher stakes, and do all of that stuff, then maybe they want to get right to that, and they don't want the momentum to be lost, and they don't feel like they could fuck around as much with other characters and other movies before they get there. Because when you think about this, Supergirl will come out next year.
Right.
And so then that's 3 summers of Superman, of super people, of Kryptonians, should I say. That's Superman, then Supergirl, then leading directly into a movie the next year.
Superman, crypto movie. Because I don't know if you guys saw, like they did like some behind the scenes of Superman before it dropped on streaming. And you could see some like storyboard art of like the 3 of them, Crypto, Supergirl, and Superman. Like flying over some stuff. I think it's like maybe Brainiac. I'm not completely sure. But like just some like stuff that we were like, that's why we were like, oh, they're gonna make the Super People movie. And I think this is that. Right.
So Man of Tomorrow, what I'm starting to think of is like there's also, I think, in that behind the scenes featurette that you're talking about, there was also a drawing of Brainiac. So part of me is I'm like, all right, Man of Tomorrow, Brainiac. I'm like, are we getting some type of Legion story potentially? Like, obviously, Superman has had like a very, very connected history as Superboy in the Legion, all this stuff. I'm like, Man of Tomorrow. I'm starting to be like, what is this going to be? Is it just like a classic Brainiac, Super, like Kandor, all that bullshit? Or are they trying to actually blow this world up and make it into more of a spectacle with more heroes and really kind of usher in the DC?
No, I'll tell you what, it seems like it's happening. And it'll be interesting for the rest of the characters if this is, in fact, what happens. It seems like what the DCU is a Superman first world, which we've kind of, we haven't explored this before, but it's a Superman first world where everything else that happens in the world could be oriented around Superman.
Yeah.
Because he's their heaviest hitter and their most dependable character. The fact that this entire thing has the stalwart character, the one that's been by far the most solid one, Batman, somewhat sidelined until we figure out what's happening in this custody battle, which I believe that's what it is really interesting. It's almost as if you get a Superman movie out this soon, or you announce this movie is coming out this soon to really put the pressure on the Batman wing of the party here. To put the pressure on the Batman people that are going on. Because
Batman Part 2 is coming out in 2027 as well.
It comes out in October.
Later than this.
Again, it's funny because we're getting 3 Superman adjacent movies in between Batman sequels or Batman movies. And people were like, oh man, it takes 5 years to make movies, this and this. And it's like, obviously that's not true.
I mean, we'll talk about it later.
Not true.
If the quality of some of this writing is any indication, I kind of wish James Gunn would have taken a little bit more time. I think 2027 is very, very, very soon. Like, it is.
I mean, I don't think that him taking more time is going to lead to a better script. I think his storytelling style is too distinct. If you like the way he writes, then
Right.
you'll like what he's doing. If you don't, then you won't. I think, like literally, I think it with unless there are, it's odd, right? Like if you compare it to Nolan made movies that were very difficult not to like. Like they're just hard not to like.
Yep.
The films gave you these huge themes, but relatable themes, right?
You didn't like Tenet though.
Huh?
You didn't like
No, I'm
Tenet.
talking about just the Batman movies.
Oh, okay.
But relatable themes, right? Father, destiny, place in the world. Easy. Joker comes in, anarchist. Anarchy versus idealism. Easy. Very easy, right? And you leave the movie felt like you had a serious experience, which is always better for the haughty film goer to feel like they saw a movie that was important. James Gunn wants you to see his movie, and he wants you to dig around through it a little bit. And if you're not digging around through it, if you didn't leave, it's almost like Tarantino comic book movie making. It's like Tarantino wants you to exist in his world more than anything else. Tarantino would rather write an overlong scene that is a Tarantino scene, or put a sequence in the movie that really doesn't make any sense to be in the movie, like Cliff Booth fighting Bruce Lee, just because it's cool. But you know that you were in a Tarantino
there's a level
movie.
of immersion with that
Yes,
director.
It's an experience. So when he makes his film, as soon as he has his idea, he makes his film. That's it. It's on you. And I'm wondering if that will work in the comic book universe. If like there are going to be people that go, I don't want James Gunn movie. I want a Superman movie that deals in the Superman themes that I know, that deals in the Superman stuff that I know. I want a Batman movie that deals in the Batman stuff that I know. I don't want that to be. You could do that with Guardians of the Galaxy because those are characters that we did not have an incredible connection to.
Right.
I think Reeves is good for that when it comes to his Batman films, because he's good at interrogating those types of ideas when it comes to like a character perspective. Again, James Gunn is a bit more fly by the seat of your pants, couple of jokes a minute level of like overlong. Like he does a couple of overlong scenes, but it's for the sake of his like exercising of humor, and like
Reeves is the inverse of Gunn with the same problems.
Yes.
Like he made the Batman is good, but he made an overlong, really stuffed Batman movie that really cares a little bit more about tone and stickiness and immersion than it kind of does about story. There's so much that's going on in there that it's more like, this is the world of the Batman and this is the cool thing about it. Like if I ask you to talk about The Dark Knight, what you're really going to talk about, think about this. When you're discussing The Dark Knight or The Dark Knight Rises, whenever you discuss it, you're talking about dialogue. Almost always.
Joker bars,
you're talking about
Bane
stuff that
bars,
characters said.
yeah.
Almost
Or
all,
the performances, or you're just like, oh, the director put these people, whether it's through the screenwriting, through character development, to your point, we recognize like, oh, this is an iconic moment. The Batman does not have as many of those. I would say Superman at this point, it's still a little early, does not have as many of those.
And when Superman tried it, it's almost as like, that almost like wasn't what the movie was about. The movie was about experiencing it. The Christopher Nolan had all of these things to say, and I'm comparing it to Nolan because I'm comparing these movies to movies that when DC was able to take these characters and scale them for audiences and make like the larger culture care. It was because Nolan was able to really boil these down to make serious film goers go, oh, there's something in this movie that I have to interrogate. There's something being said here that's like worth being said, even if it's being said by the Joker, even if it's being said by Batman. Every time somebody says something to Batman, they're like either they're kicking his ass and telling him that he's doing the wrong thing,
right?
Or they're like, or they're saying you need to be doing more. Yeah. And so there's this constant traction, and that was really, particularly in the era that we were in, that was really intoxicating to people. Now, we're almost in an era that's post that. So both the Batman and Superman are both kind of movies that are about all of this stuff with Batman and Superman in it.
Right. We need a movie that's assured of itself rather than the things
I'm
that's
not
like...
saying that it doesn't work. I'm saying that it does work, but I'm just saying that because of that point, James Gunn isn't going to fuck around with the script. He's not gonna fuck around with the script. He's gonna write the script. He's gonna have an octopus choke a baby in the script, and he's gonna hope that you think that that's funny.
Yeah,
and he's gonna put that in there, and then they're gonna go.
This is not his grand statement. Like I don't think the Superman sequel is gonna be like. This is like, I know, like it's not to me probably gonna be his Dark Knight. I mean, the thing that I'm actually interested in is Superman a type of character, and did Superman do the type of thing where it's like, okay, this movie made 700. If we come out with a sequel right away, we can turn Superman into a $1 billion character? Or is it just going to be more like, this is going to be a really, really good movie. It's going to make more than the first. But like the Batman Part 2 sequel just has a higher ceiling just because that's a more popular character.
Maybe, but ultimately, like again, after 5 years, like what kind of gas is there? And then you have the question that we've been asking for the last couple of years: is this the same? This is not the same Batman that's in the DCU. So then, who's the DCU Batman, right? Because we're gonna go to watch Brian Pattinson's Batman Part 2. We're gonna go, wow, this is great, this is awesome.
After seeing 3 Superman movies now,
then where do they go from there?
I think here's the thing. I think the actual thing that's going to happen is I think the Superman sequel is going to do really, really well. And then the Batman Part 2 is going to be like so beloved and so good. And people are like, oh, we get why it took so long. Mm-hmm. And then the real fight of just like, okay, what happens when both of these things are successful
man,
at the same time?
I've been thinking about it, man. I think the most reasonable course of action, and maybe I'm a cynic, maybe I'm just being negative, maybe I'm hating, I don't know, is that Superman comes out, Batman Part 2 comes out, James Gunn's go, hey man, guys, that was a great movie. It made all this money. People loved it. You're not getting another one.
Wrap your shit up.
It's my turn. It's me.
I don't think, here's the thing. If the Batman Part 2 makes a boatload of money, I don't think anyone
is going to take it away from him.
Yeah. Like, I just don't, because I'm like, trying to convince people to start over with a new Batman and then have to take another 2 or 3 years at that. I just think they're going to be like, hey, yo, Pattinson, just get into the fucking DCU.
I bet you Gunn has people behind the scenes being like, start writing a couple of other Batman scripts. But like, just start tooling around with it.
Okay, so then you're like, hey, you come over to our side? Like, hey, you part of our team? I think that's the issue, though, is that Matt Reeves and them don't want that.
Here's the thing,
want to exist in their own different
universe. That's why he's probably like, Matt Reeves, you got 2 movies. And I think Robert Pattinson is probably like, damn, they're about to cut the check of all checks. I gotta go for this.
I think the leverage will be important here. And so the leverage will be Clayface and Supergirl. If James Gunn is walking around the town like he is the man, and Warner Brothers continues to be the studio of note, and they continue their winning streak, then he's going to have the leverage to say, we need to consolidate the Batman character. It just doesn't work. It doesn't make sense in the marketplace.
But if Clayface and Supergirl don't do what they do, or they're just modest successes, do you think it becomes harder?
It does become harder because what the studio is not going to want to do is stop a sure thing, which the Batman 2 seems to be.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to want to stop a sure thing. But there's a creative, this is the stuff, what's happening right now in front of us with this character, and people think that we make too much of a big deal about it. I'm telling you guys, we don't. What's happening right now with this character is the stuff that people put in their memoirs when they write them 30, 40 years from now. When they go, hey, this is what was happening when they about to check out of the business or check out of this planet, and they write their memoirs, like The Kid Stays in the Picture, all these other great memoirs from these great producers. Right. They're talking about making these films. This is the stuff that we learn. We learn about, there's a chapter called The Battle for Batman. You know what I mean? You learn about how the back and forth was going here. But there's no way possible that James Gunn and his side of it don't want to consolidate the character. He wants the character in his universe. Yeah. And whatever you get in his universe will be a diminished version of Reeves' Batman if Reeves' Batman is sensational. You don't want that measuring stick.
You don't.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You want you don't mind that your girl has an ex, but you don't want him living in your crib. You know what I'm saying? Like,
sure.
You know what I'm saying? You don't want him like right there.
And
all
if the Batman
time.
Part 2 is phenomenal, it does force everybody's hand to be like, well,
you gotta make it
throw that away.
Yeah. There's almost no way that it isn't, right? It would be a really odd miss for the movie not to be fantastic.
Yeah.
I still doubt that it comes out.
Nah,
That it comes out?
You really don't think
It's
Batman
gonna
Part
come
2 is
out.
coming
It's
out?
gonna come out.
No, it's
gonna
coming
come
out. It has to.
It's going to come out.
It
It
will
is
come
going
out.
to come out.
It's going to come out, and it's going to be great. We're going to be like, man, it's going to make $750 million. And then Jay's going to be like, hey, thanks for coming, guys.
I wouldn't be surprised if it makes a billy.
Maybe.
I would not be surprised.
Yeah.
Well, Batman movies that aren't making $1 billion right now are failures.
I mean, the first Batman didn't make a billy.
Yeah, it made like 730.
But that
I
was
know,
a little COVID.
There,
impact.
22?
The
Yeah,
reason
it
why
was.
I wouldn't say that that's a failure is two things. Number one, I do give. How about this? Batman sequels now that come out that don't make $1 billion, I consider that to be a failure.
722 million.
And just like that's $1 billion movie character, and you really once you reorient the audience to the new look and to the character, the movie that you build on, you should make $1 billion. Batman and Spider-Man.
I'm about to say Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: if you make $1 billion on the next Batman movie, every exec above James Gunn is just like, there's just no way. There's no way we're punting on this.
No.
In this,
Which makes
in
such
this
an
environment-
interesting internal Spider-Man-esque war between things that are inside of your own studio.
Yeah. Instead of like Sony versus.
Yeah, because Sony
Marvel,
actually
yeah.
has a grip on Spider-Man's rights for the foreseeable future until they stop making those movies. It's a co-pro with Marvel, but now this is like this weird arms race between who can do the better Batman movie, and we're just waiting for you to make a bad one before it turns over to James Gunn.
I think the thing that's frustrated me with this whole thing is it just delays like the inevitable like Justice League movie that we're supposed to get at some point, right? Like that's the whole reason for the operation.
I don't think James Gunn is interested in Justice League.
yeah.
And that's dumb.
I don't think
Maybe.
at
That's
this point,
dumb.
even watching Peacemaker, I'm like, I don't think James Gunn is interested. I thought this was lip service at first, at marching towards a big story at all. I think he actually likes all of these pockets.
And he's not the man for the job.
Well,
That's
he
just-
he has to at some point.
You can't.
No, he has to at some
Mhm.
point. I don't think that it's like he is interested in a Justice League movie in the next 5, 6, 7 years.
I don't.
Maybe it'll be announced, but I don't.
Well, I don't know, but
We don't got Wonder Woman. We don't got Batman. We don't got
Yeah, I
Flash.
don't
we
think
don't
it'll
got.
happen in like the next 3 years. But again, like in like 5 years, in 2030, if we're still here, and there's no like sign of no Justice League movie, come on, man.
the purpose of at some point he's got to put all the characters on the screen together. I mean,
No, he will.
Yeah.
I just don't think he's in a rush to do it.
he might not be.
And it's just like that's probably why I think like the Batman movie will come out. It'll be successful. Matt Reeves is going to be tired and be like, I'm tired of fighting. Pattinson is going to sign a big fat fucking check. And they're going to be like, hey, yo, you know what? Someone else write the third movie. We're putting Batman and Superman together. Like it just,
Yeah,
that-
yeah. It look, if there's going to be no Batman for James Gunn's DCU, we'll move on to Peacemaker, get some quick Peacemaker thoughts, and then get into Mantle Wars. But if there's going to be no Batman for James Gunn's DCU, there needs to be a character that can stand in for him in terms of story and gravitas. He needs to create a Batman. He needs to put somebody on screen, and maybe that'll be Aaron Pierre's Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll be, I don't know, it's not going to be Booster Gold. But he needs to put somebody on screen
Plastic
He
Man.
needs to put somebody on screen besides Superman. And maybe that's Amelia Alcock's Supergirl. Maybe that'll be the character. He needs to put somebody on screen besides Superman that can deliver a 1-2 punch to the DCU. He does. He needs more than just that world.
Dog.
And they keep talking about Gotham. And we're going to Gotham.
that is so weird.
We're going to Gotham in Clayface.
How many shots across the bow do you think the
We're going
Superman sequel's going to have?
We're going right to Gotham in Clayface. And just, it's
We got a Gotham mention in Superman and Peacemaker. There's the Clayface photos that are leaking.
those are subliminals, guys. Those are Jay-Z subliminals. Those are disses. I promise you.
I don't know if
He sneaked this.
That's him ratcheting up the pressure here. He does not have to be that deliberate about that. Gotham. He's letting you guys know, hey, my world has a Batman.
Right.
And you guys, it's okay to wait for Batman because my world has a Batman. I can't control everything that's going on here, but you guys want Batman? I can give you Batman. I can give you Batman right now.
But what's so funny is if the rumors are true with Matt Reeves putting Robin in this movie, it's so funny because the rumors was that we were gonna get an older Batman with Damian Wayans. It'd be so funny if Matt Reeves is like, hey, fuck your Robin. I just wrote that shit right into it.
I don't want this
I love
Batman
it.
to have a Robin.
No.
I want to see it.
He's
I wanna see it.
terrible.
He's not a good enough family member.
Yeah.
Bro.
No, that's why I like it.
Robin come in, gunshot wound. Batman goes, "You failed me.
You lied.
You lied." You're like, what the fuck is going on?
That's so funny.
Oh, but hey, Robert Pattinson is at the age. Robert Pattinson is what, 40?
Is he 40?
Yeah,
40
but I mean, this
something, yeah.
Batman in that movie has only been Batman for like a year, change. So like having a Robin like that early is.
Oh, we're doing a time jump.
We definitely doing a time jump.
Well,
Yeah.
after 30 years since
There's
we got
gonna
the
be a
last
light
movie.
skinned Robin running around.
Yeah, we doing
A
that. We
light-skinned
doing it.
Robin.
Oh, we
Yeah,
doing
Zoe
it.
Kravitz is
Oh,
gonna be
great.
like, go with your dad.
Yeah, we doing a
Drops
time
him
jump.
off.
Let's go.
There's definitely gonna be a
We doing a time jump.
Man.
We gonna come back and everything gonna be different.
Whole thing
The Joker gonna be dead. He died in prison.
Great.
Joker died on his way back to his home
All right,
planet.
let's do Peacemaker.
Spoiler warning. We're getting ready to talk about
Peacemaker.
You're listening to a reaction podcast. The spoilers are coming. Peacemaker. Real quick, we got to get to Mantle Wars. Episode 3 reactions from Peacemaker from everybody.
I love being right. That's what I got to say. I love being right.
Oh, what's that now?
When I said we could flash back, we insert here when in episode 1, when we did episode 1, I was like, I think the Jarhead is gonna be Rick Flag, and then fast forward 2 episodes,
And it's Junior.
boom, it's Rick Flag Jr. I like this episode. I thought that like opening with their like they had like this like little relationship was interesting. I think that's gonna come back, obviously, but to see like Chris be like a hero and adulated for once. I don't know. It felt kind of good. I'm not going to say like I see completely where he's coming from, but after seeing this character just get like shit on for like a season and change, to see him like do the right thing and get love for it was really nice.
I found it to be a uniquely and oddly profound episode of television.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It has its spots of like really being genius. John Cena is really leveling up in the show to me, because he's got this very good way of like trying to. There's a caution in his performance in this episode because he knows that he's like trying to not step on the dominoes that are this new dimension, and he's trying to like socially like work around who these people are to the old Peacemaker and what he is to them. Because like he's trying to like talk to Harcourt in a way that's like familiar but not overly braggadocious, or like he's trying to like understand what this is, and he's like playing along with these people.
So one thing I enjoyed about it was this was probably in all the Peacemaker stuff that I've seen. How can I say this? This was the most potent display of why he's good at stuff. Like, so little things when he's leaving and he's talking to his brother, and he has to figure out where he has to go and what he needs to do.
Oh yeah, pop quiz.
Like where he has to go. That's just him using a little subterfuge. It's him using a little, like that's how you would glean information. Like Peacemaker knows what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end, or in the episode when he's there and he has to defuse the bomb, and he realizes, he looks up, oh my God, there's where they're probably hiding out. This is how I need to get in. And he seemed competent.
Right.
Yeah.
Like for a second, and like in control. And maybe that's because if you take that character, which is a kind of a profound statement on like all of us, maybe you have a perfectly good person that's like in the wrong world.
Yeah.
That is in a world where they weren't loved, where they weren't appreciated, where they were treated violently, and everything that they used as a response to that actually makes for a really capable person, but they can't get past the trauma of that situation. He can't get past the trauma of his father, of his on-again, off-again thing with Harcourt, of him not being like accepted by the Justice Gang. He can't get past all of those feelings. So we never really get to see his true potential. But in this other world where he's loved, where things aren't as desperate, he's more confident, he's more direct, he's more heroic. And I was like, huh.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you look at the episode in its totality, I'm like, they're actually kind of making a profound little observation here. I dug it.
But it's also, think about this, the way that they talked about the prior Peacemaker in this episode, about he's back on the pills, he's a dickhead to Harcourt, and this is a bit of like an apology and like him tiptoeing around it. It makes me think, I'm like, okay, well, how would have this other Peacemaker have handled that hostage situation? Would people have died? Would he have not cared? Would he have been a bit more like reckless with the amount of things, because he has all of these things in his back pocket? He has a family that he doesn't need to like worry about, like to be precious about losing his brother because he's already there. It's an interesting reflection about how the nicer version of that character could come from the worst part of his life.
I think you see the reflection of the old Peacemaker in Rick Flag Jr. and like who she's dating now,
who's like very bookish and like
and meek, and you know, we make the joke like, you know, you date somebody, you have a bad experience, and then you go all the way the opposite direction. Yeah. That's literally what it looks like. And so that, like, while that Rick Flag, again, bookish, like kind of shy, kind of just like not all the way there, versus the Peacemaker, who like we assume is just like just standing there, big, tall, just gonna let everybody know how buff, how smart, and all the stuff is. And you're like, wow, this is interesting. Like, we don't get to actually see that guy for unless like until he dies in the first episode, but we do kind of know who he was in this universe with all the stuff that they laid out.
Now we're eventually gonna, I mean, the story is telegraphing itself a little bit.
Right.
Sure.
Because we see some things in this episode. This Harcourt is a little bit more of a damsel in distress, right? She does work for Argus, but at the same time, our Harcourt from our Prime universe, as soon as she saw that going on, she would have sprung into action with Peacemaker. This one does it. Very deliberate decision. Not only does she not go with him or try to help him at all, she might have been first to get busy when she saw how everything was going down. When he comes down, she cries and she hugs him. So she's in a little bit more of, I don't even want to say Lois Lane, but a traditional, almost antique female frigible character lady. I'm just.
I mean, not in this episode, frigible, but yes.
But like it, but he likes that. Now he likes it. Now he likes a relationship with his brother. Now he likes being the hero. Now he likes all of this. What will happen to make him realize that this isn't really him? Because to your point, the other Peacemaker has all of this stuff and he's still kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
Pills, all of this stuff. He's still off the rails. So there's something there that's not quite feeding him. And will that start to not quite feed the version of Chris that we know?
Do we know if Prime Harcourt knows that Chris killed Rick Flag?
She must not.
She must not.
Couldn't have. Because they were a little side piece in the beginning.
Well, they were side piece in the beginning. And remember, Argus was hiding those files even from the big dog from...
Wait, was the Flash back? That was our universe?
That was our universe, because he was about to deploy to the Suicide Squad movie.
He was talking and he was talking about Enchantress.
Yeah.
Because remember at the end of the
which means
2016,
that first Suicide Squad is still canon.
That's canon too.
Which is very weird.
What else?
This is so crazy.
No, it is.
That
first Suicide Squad is still canon.
Enchantress. And so I'm interested, like, okay, if she doesn't know, I assume Rick Flag Senior is gonna be like, hey, your boy is out there wilding, and to see how that comes back. But guys, three of us have been chatting up a storm. Charles, do you have any thoughts about episode 3 of Peacemaker?
Yeah, it's just not my favorite James Gunn. It's not that complicated. It's just like this mode is not, I kind of just bounce off of it. And I thought it was like an enjoyable enough episode. But I do think that like I'm noticing James Gunn can write one main character. And I think Peacemaker, Clark Kent, and Peter Quill are starting to be too similar to me, and I'm just kind of wondering when we can maybe get a little bit of a differentiation in that. 'Cause I'm just like, oh, I feel like I've seen this story before, but
that's not an unfair critique to me.
I mean, those guys are all kind of in the same archetype, but I also think that like it doesn't stop there. I think Harcourt is essentially Gamora.
Yeah,
she's Gamora.
Oh yeah, no,
I think
I
so.
I'm just saying
everything is Guardians of the Galaxy.
No, but it is.
I mean,
not in the Suicide Squad because he didn't have the same. But this group, our group, our group, like our group of the Guardians,
a lovable group of losers that come together to save the day.
That's like what he writes. That's how he writes.
I think that's fine. It's just that like we got Superman this year and we got Peacemaker in a very, very short amount of time. And I'm just like, oh, so this is about man-children with very confident love interests who don't think that they need them and part of their journey. It's just like...
with identity issues and parental
issues. And I'm just like, no, I understand.
Iron Man. You guys are worn out. It's the same thing.
No, yeah.
Like, that right there, like Iron Man, that's the same character.
Like, but here's the thing. When we got the movies, Iron Man was not Cap, was not Thor, was not Hulk. And I just think that because this is the Kevin Feige of this universe is James Gunn, the director, the writer, when we get stuff at this clip, I'm just like, oh, okay, yeah. You kind of have one central idea and the themes and stuff that you're really, really interested in. And at some points I'm like, oh, this kind of just seems a little bit like you're regurgitating a lot of it, which is
funny. It's funny to me because I agree. But I think I see that sameness in all of these characters. Like all the time. I'm so happy that they didn't do Black Panther as the Prince Boy King who couldn't grow up.
Yes.
Sure. I was so happy that they didn't do that. I mean, the character's never been portrayed like that. But that was kind of the arc for so many of these other characters besides like Cap. But yeah, James Gunn, and you wonder if, and that's why Clayface and Supergirl will be a big deal. You wonder if the DCU might be, at least at this point for some people, like Charles maybe, falling into the same kind of Snyderverse trap where there's such a distinct tone across all of the stuff that you're getting, that if you don't like that, then you don't like any of it, which was something that Marvel was incredibly good at because Thor is essentially a petulant boy king who can't grow up.
Yeah.
But the movie was directed by Kenneth Branagh.
Shakespeare.
Yeah.
So being that it was directed by Kenneth Branagh, the tone of that was told in a different way.
Right.
And so you're getting very similar themes from your adult heroes. You have to grow up and be serious, and there's a woman, a love interest that's going to help you do it. But you don't get it with the same beats and the same jokes, which might weigh you down if you don't like it.
And I think what happened when the Avengers released, whereas like, oh, some of these characters are a little samey because they're all superhero comic books. The tropes are baked into the genre. What Avengers helped you do is be like, no, but this is fundamentally the difference between somebody like Tony and Cap or Tony and Thor. Or like they did a good job early in that universe. And to your point, that's probably why you need a Batman to go toe-to-toe with Superman, where you're like, we need someone or a character or a director or a writer in this world that is not James Gunn who could be like, okay, this is something else. Even though it's in the same universe, I'm giving you another flavor. And all of this stuff still seems like flavors off the James Gunn tree.
I gotta say that my girl was back. Sol Rodriguez.
Oh boy.
Bordeaux is crazy, man.
You know how crazy Bordeaux was? She was struggling with some of that dialogue, and I didn't care.
She was, boy.
He's like, yes, you will go into the van.
Those were some truthful hips.
All right.
She was coming through, man. That was, and by the way, that scene was funny as hell.
When they were like walking to the van?
And Michael Rooker was there, and they were going to kill Eagly.
Yeah.
And it was like, see, that to me...
Crazy fit from Michael Rooker.
That to me is when Gunn is like really, really funny.
When he's casting Michael Rooker?
When he's casting Michael Rooker, the guy goes, hey, I'm not doing this. And he goes, I'm out. And she goes, okay, you're fired. And he goes, I'm in. That's funny.
It's just quick. Make it quick.
That was funny to me. But if you stay in that scene for another 3 minutes.
With the fucking bird blindness joke again.
If you stay in that scene for another 3 minutes, that's kind of not the deal. But I really, really enjoyed this episode. Anything that kind of gets me intrigued about the journey of Peacemaker as a character. This gave him a little bit more of a dynamic to me. Rick Flag was back like that.
Joel Kinnaman. Shout out.
Joel Kinnaman.
He's great. He's honestly great. I love him in almost everything he's in.
I bet you do.
He's great.
He's like
what was that?
What?
Altered Carbon was cool.
Because Joel Kinnaman is kind of
RoboCop.
like, okay, so somebody said one thing to me that's very funny.
Okay.
You know that little cartoon that I have as my avatar? The little cartoon that the little comic book, my little avatar.
Yeah, on Twitter.
On Twitter.
Yeah.
Oh.
And so somebody said to me, they said, Van, I love you. But that avatar of you is kind of what comes out after you take the substance. Which is very true.
The substance, not the super soldier serum.
No, the
substance.
Joel Kinnaman is kind of
me on the substance?
Yeah.
That's probably Steve Rogers super soldier serum.
Probably that's super soldier serum Steve, Joel Kinnaman.
All right. All white people don't look that alike. I don't feel like Joel Kinnaman looks that much like Steve.
I want you guys to do this right now.
We should put up a photo.
Yeah, 200 pounds of muscle.
Right now.
Make me 6'4".
Joel Kinnaman is that's hard Steve. That's hard Steve. Look at him. Look him up right now. Look him up, Jomi. Tell me that's hard Steve, man. That's hard.
Not, no.
That's hard Steve.
Come on, man. No, I don't.
That's hard Steve.
I don't. Thank you. If that's what if you think I look anything like that,
that's hard.
I'm not saying white people do look alike.
I'm not saying that he looks like him. That's hard Steve, man.
Okay, I changed.
Joel Kinnaman. That's hard Steve. That's hard Steve.
I'm going to take this as a compliment. Thank you.
That's hard Steve right there. I want you to go back.
Get you on the juice a little bit.
So there was a movie in the 80s before we get to Mantle Wars. There was a movie in the 80s called Hunk. You ever seen this movie?
I don't know, and I'm sure it's very unproblematic.
Hunk was problematic as shit.
It had to be.
Look up Hunk movie.
1987. Okay.
It was about this guy who
John Allen Nelson.
He was a regular dude or something, but then he became a hunk.
After so his girlfriend elopes with her aerobics instructor, he's basically Tom Brady.
Yeah, but then he takes something, or he drinks something, or he makes a wish, and he becomes a hunky guy.
Okay.
Stephen Joel Kinnaman.
Wow.
That's his hunk
okay,
version.
so if I made the deal with the devil, okay.
Yeah, that's your hunk version. We all have a hunk version. Charles's is Jomi's is Winston Duke.
Okay. I'll take that. I'm with that.
Okay.
Jomi's is
Charles?
Who's Charles?
Who's Charles's hunk version? I gotta think about this. It's probably Jussie Smollett. No, I'm just joking.
Is Zach Cherry?
Take that out. Oh, know what? It's Zach Fox.
Zach Fox?
Zach Fox. What was he in?
Abbott Elementary.
Elementary DJ.
Zach Fox. Mine is LeBron, probably.
Let's get out of here. Let's get to fucking Mantle Wars.
Mantle Wars.
Wait, before we get to Mantle Wars, guys, we're going to take a very, very, very quick commercial break. All right, we are back with Mantle Wars. Can you please describe what we're doing to for the people?
A lot of actors have played a lot of roles, guys. A lot of mantles have been passed over the years. How many different Batman are there? How many different Spider-Man? How many different Wonder Women? How many different Lex Luthers? How many different people have played the roles? But the question is, who is the true Iron Man? We obviously know. Who is the true Spider-Man? Who is the true Lex Luthor? Who is the true Superman? Who is the true Batman? And in what rank are these people? Who has the mantle? These are Mantle Wars.
Dun-dun.
All right, so first up, we have Batman.
Wow.
Starting off strong.
Now, I'm just going to list some of the actors, and then let's go around. We'll nominate.
Anybody who's played Batman in live action.
So we have Michael Keaton, George Clooney, Val Kilmer, Christian Bale, Ben Affleck, Robert Pattinson, and then in TV we have Adam West. We're not going to pick him, but shout out, honorable mention, Kevin Conroy, Batman Animated Series. Rest in peace, legendary run. All right. There's also other Batman, but those are the big ones. I already know I'm nominating Christian Bale. I think Christian Bale is
Batman.
Christian Bale is Batman.
Batman. Christian Bale is your Batman.
Christian Bale.
Wowzerly whoa. Talk to us.
All right, so I think when I was researching all of the Batman last night, I was like, we have to talk about quality of performance, quality of movie, and then also like length of run. Where I think a lot of people have been like, they've been Batman for 2 movies, or they've been Batman in 5 or 6, and all 6 of them are bad. And then the 2 of them are really, really good, but you only did 2 movies. I think Christian Bale has a mixture of everything where I'm just like, you have the best Batman movie. I think you have the one that is most celebrated. I think it is honestly between him and Keaton at this point. And I give the edge to Bale because if we're being honest, he also ushered in him, and I put him and Robert Downey Jr. together as the 2 actors who really ushered in this age of superhero storytelling.
Okay, so it's Keaton to me.
Okay.
And I'll tell you why. First of all, his portrayal of Batman is just better.
This is not true, but
Christian Bale's actual portrayal of Batman, to me, has not aged very well.
Rachel.
Rachel,
what I do that defines me. Where is it?
So I could make an argument that Christian Bale doesn't nail Bruce Wayne or Batman.
This is his Bruce Wayne. His Bruce Wayne is really good. I think his Bruce Wayne is better than Michael Keaton's Bruce Wayne. I
don't think that it is. I think that his Bruce Wayne is shockingly out. First of all, Christian Bale is badass. The movies are great.
Yes.
And the movies are great in large part because of things that don't have very much to do with Batman. In large part. Like, I could make an argument that literally you had at least 2 villains straight eat him up in terms of take the movie from him because they had much more compelling portrayals of who they are. This is not a diss of Christian Bale.
And I can make the argument where I think my problem with the Keaton Batman movies, even though I love them so much, because all of the performances are kind of keyed up. Keaton's, Pfeiffer's, everyone.
Yeah.
It gets a little wacky, and that's exactly what Burton wanted. Ooh. I think with Bale, what he does a great job of is because Joker and Bane specifically are operating at such a key, he's almost centering the movie where it's always coming back to something that feels realistic, that feels honed, that I can like emotionally grab onto, because I'm like, Bale, I'm just like, oh, I'm in good hands. This is never going to be, like, to me, Bale never has as corny of a moment as Pattinson in the fucking hospital with Alfred, where I'm like, all right, you
First
tipped
of all,
over into
that's peak.
Well, I'll say this though. All of that's true, but those movies to me are significantly less interesting when Batman's on screen. They are. Like
Batman and Joker in the interrogation room, Batman and Bane fighting.
I think.
So when I say on, so let me tell you what I mean. The best Joker scenes in that movie, a lot of the best Joker scenes in that movie, Batman isn't in them, right? And I'm not. By the way, this is not an indictment of the. I just don't think Bale's Batman is a great straight man to the other characters and everything else that's going on in the world. Mm-hmm. He's a great straight man. But like, you know, there's a lot of scenes there that are awesome. There are a lot of things there that are awesome. But as I watch the movies, sometimes I look at his Batman and I go, it's kind of a boring Batman. He's kind of
climbing out of the pit while they're chanting.
Yeah, I mean, it's really
like that's classic shit.
You have a point where like he is engulfed by the villains of these movies, where like this is kind of like the vehicle for like the big, earth-shattering, great villain performance, and he's borderline an audience surrogate of like we are taking this journey with him, and there isn't really a dichotomy of what you can see between the persona of Batman, the persona of Bruce Wayne, and why this is something to fear, and this is something that he has to pretend to be and relate to and like pretend to be a person. And there are other portrayals of that which might be a bit more exaggerated. And like, I think when we talk about a couple of other ones, I think Bale's portrayal of Bruce Wayne is very much a character that he has played prior, maybe a bit subdued. Whereas Keaton, I feel like, is Keaton's flavor of both like comedy and a bit of like madcap wittiness.
The character actually has some pizzazz.
Yeah, because it's just Michael Keaton.
You wanna
That's
get
why I
into
love
it?
Michael Keaton, but it's Keaton.
The character actually has some pizzazz. The character has like Bale's Batman, Bale's Bruce Wayne never in any way. He barely cracks a smile.
I understand.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I think Bale's is more influential.
Let me finish. He's criminally earnest in every single thing. It's like you ask him a question, he gives you a monologue. Like there are times in Batman Begins where it's him and Lucius and there's some interplay and all of that stuff, and it's cool. But like he's kind of a drag as Batman. Like those movies are fantastic, but you're having the least amount of fun to me when you're with that character.
I think I would kind of still give it a little bit more of an edge to Bale, only because
everybody's gonna go Bale.
But to me, it's like the idea that when Bruce Wayne is being Bruce Wayne, that is a drag, not just to him, but to the world around him. That like he's got to be this face of a thing that he doesn't even really believe in, and he just wants to be something else.
Ultimately, I think we're on the right track. Like I'm leading Bale, but I think like it was between Keaton and Bale, and I think the thing that sealed it for me is like just when I close my eyes and I'm like when I imagine Batman, who do I see? I see Christian Bale.
But that's also because you guys were too young.
But I've seen
right. Yeah, my question too is for Mantle
there.
Wars. What are we rewarding? Because that is also before we continue. Are we rewarding the best portrayal of the character, the most iconic, the most influential? Is it a mixture of all of them?
Well, I can agree. So this is the thing. Michael Keaton is my Batman, but Christian Bale is Batman, and I can understand that.
Right.
I honestly think if I was to rank guys who have played Batman, even since 2000, well, not since 2000, maybe, but if I was to rank the guys that play Batman, just the character, the guys, I think that Ben Affleck's Batman.
I think
that Ben Affleck's Batman is like ahead of Christian Bale's Batman.
All right, let's slow down.
Let him cook. Let him cook. I might be with you here.
The movies are ass cheeks, but I agree.
But I think he's better. I think he like even.
I'll give you this. He doesn't have this when Alfred and him are arguing about like when Alfred finds out what the white Portuguese is, and he finds out it's kryptonite, and he's wanting to use it against Superman. It's not a nuke, and he says, "If there's even 1% chance that he's our enemy, we have to take it as absolute certainty." I guess he doesn't. I don't think Christian Bale has a scene like that as Bruce Wayne in those movies.
I'll give you another scene. Like part of Bruce Wayne's. The Gotham that Christopher Nolan creates, everyone in Gotham would have known that Batman is Bruce Wayne. Everyone would have known because the dude is like
he didn't hide it well. One random guy finds out.
I know that there are certain scenes where he's trying to like be like a playboy. It never works. It doesn't. The suave sort of man about town that Batman. It never works. It never works. It's actually. That's why when he comes back as like an old miser, because he's gotten like 50 years older in 5 years.
Yeah.
By the time Dark Knight Rises comes out, that's kind of it never works.
Do you think that's why Matt Reeves totally was just like, we're not even doing the Playboy? Because it's just such a hard thing to fucking land.
Well, Matt Reeves is back. You can imagine the character in all different types of ways. And by the way, Bruce Wayne doesn't have to be for the Matt Reeves world Batman that he has. That Batman works completely right. The Riddler's a serial killer in that in that world, so that works fine. And all of these films are related to these different worlds, right? They are. But I just think the most comprehensive Batman that I've seen since Keaton is Affleck, because he goes back and forth between the guy who is like talking shit to Catwoman, where he's actually trying to charm her, like. Bale's Batman isn't charming at all. All right. So where he's actually trying to charm her.
Sure.
And he's talking to her and she's like, the whole interplay of you, I've known a couple women like you, blah, blah, blah. When he's at the thing where he's watching the guys fight and he gives the guy the tip, and then he's talking to KG Beast, and he's being charming. It's the entire deal. That whole thing. He's confident.
Yeah.
He's that's Bruce Wayne. He has a whole thing, but his whole life isn't downtrodden and cumbersome by the tremendous weight of what it is that he's doing. He's doing what he's doing because he wants to do it.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. And so,
but that is Pattinson's Batman to a T, though. Like, that's his Bruce Wayne because he's just nothing but like dour and weighted down.
he's
and
Kurt Cobain if he knew
exactly,
karate.
and he's only been doing it for a year then. But,
Yeah.
I
but
think
the fact that Affleck's got the sauce as Bruce Wayne is kind of
And
undeniable.
then Affleck's Batman was by far, like, while it was
a murderous Batman.
the murderous Batman for sure, it was actually boring and really not fun at all to watch Christian Bale's Batman fight.
There's some kind of bad fight scenes.
Some really bad fight choreo. Like, seriously.
The suit stuff, you know what I mean?
The whole really bad fight choreo, by the time, and this is what Zach's good at, by the time Zach got to it, he had figured it out.
Man, that
warehouse scene is incredible.
Man, he killed 12 guys.
Yeah.
He murdered. I mean,
the
he
dude that
murdered a whole
took the
bunch
crate
of
to the
dudes.
face,
I don't
he's
know that he
1,000%
killed anybody
dead.
in the warehouse.
Are you kidding me?
Well, some guys blew up, but they threw
He
those.
throws, throw this on the screen. He throws a crate at a dude's face, and his head damn near explodes.
And there's blood on the wall.
Well, if that's the case, say this is what I always wonder about Batman and Captain America too. Captain America won't shoot you in the head, but he'll kick the shit out of you hard.
Well,
like,
at the beginning of Winter Soldier, he kicked him off the boat. He killed him.
And so, I mean, we could argue that Bale's Batman. Anyway, we're getting
right. So if we're gonna let's do a winner and runner up. It seems like the winner is probably Bale, runner up Keaton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ben Affleck is my personal pick for runner up.
I could give runner up to Affleck.
You can't really go runner up to Affleck. It
has to be Keaton.
It has to be Keaton. It's very disrespectful, but I would say that in this one, in all of these, I'm gonna have a heart pick, and my heart pick is the most comprehensive Batman I've seen on screen.
Sure,
it's Ben Affleck.
Let me tell you, if we had even one good Ben Affleck Batman movie, we would be having a probably different conversation.
I have a quick question. If we had gotten like the Batman Part 2 earlier or something like that, would we have a different conversation in regards to Robert Pattinson?
I don't know, because like that requires growth. That Batman is like, it has nowhere to go but up. His handle on Bruce Wayne for Pattinson Pattinson has the range to be this confident playboy. Like he was a heartthrob for like a near generation of people, to be this kind of thing where he's just this like downtrodden, like really sad in all aspects, and like the only place that he's like this not sad little kid is when he puts on that Batman suit to jump.
Nah, that nigga's still sad.
I understand, but like
that nigga
to
beat up those people. Like, who are you? He didn't even say, I am Batman. It was too good for him.
I'm putting my stake on it. I think the Batman Part 2 is not only going to be great, I think by the end of his run of Batman, if James Gunn stops being a hater, he might be like...
I think Pattinson's got something incredible.
I didn't see anything in the first... But remember, he's still early.
Yeah.
I didn't see anything in the first movie.
After Batman Begins, would you have been like... Yeah,
get this guy out.
There was a big...
By the end of that movie, I'm so glad you asked that, because that's the saving grace of that movie. Well, not the saving grace. That movie's awesome, but that's the most important thing about that movie. That movie did something that's really important for a reinvention of a comic book movie to do. That movie starts off, and you kind of don't buy anything. You don't buy Christian Bale as Batman. You don't buy the Batmobile, because when we first saw the Batmobile, we were like, "What the fuck? How could that be the Batmobile?"
Yeah. It's a bridge building tank.
Yeah, when they first, before the movie came out, you don't buy none of this stuff. By the end of it, you buy it all.
Yeah.
By the end of it, he has claimed the mantle of Batman. That is Batman. He has become Batman. And the coolest scene in the whole thing is, I don't have to kill you, but I'm not going to save you. That's like that type of stuff. He is, and he's
also a murderer.
Integrating all the League of Shadow shit he learned in the fucking...
All of that.
They
build, that is truly the beginning of a Batman. They build Batman throughout that movie, and you believe it. Before we move on, any love for Val Kilmer or George Clooney?
I think I got my bet card somewhere.
Kilmer had a little bit of juice as Bruce Wayne that I actually quite enjoyed. Like, I know those movies are bad, but it's like
Batman Forever isn't that bad.
I'd give Kilmer like some love over Clooney. I don't know what that was.
I mean, the actual thing that I was thinking of, where I was just like, oh, the best performance of Batman, and this is the only time I think a lot of people are going to be like, what about, you're talking about Spider-Man, but not the animated Spider-Man? Oh, no, fuck, no. I think that Batman the Animated Series is the rare cartoon where like a voice acting performance actually kind of solidifies the character in a lot of people's minds, where it's like when I'm reading a Batman comic 9 times out of 10,
I hear his voice.
I hear the Batman Animated Series voice. I don't hear Bale or Keaton or Affleck, which I think is very, very interesting, which does not happen in any other thing.
Because you're reading a comic book. It's a cartoon.
No, but like still, I don't hear Tom Holland's voice as Spider-Man. Like
I know, but it's like I'm not about to get in here and like have a conversation about a beloved, amazing, passed away actor. It's totally different.
It's totally different.
It's
I feel like if we allowed that, I feel like that would be just a fight for second place, in my opinion.
It's totally different because like you have it. First of all, you're looking at Batman as a cartoon. He's being drawn as you see him in the comic books. First of all, it's easier to connect to that. That is just the barrier of entry to that is just much, much lower.
I think that's fair.
But
I think ultimately, to Charles's point, like, I mean, he did it for how many years, man?
Yeah.
Like forever.
30 plus
yeah,
years.
just like use video games.
Which, by the way, another advantage because if you are an actor that is playing that role, you can't do it for that long. Yeah. You can't do it for that long because you're not going to hold up your voice. Like your voice can change. There's more chance. It's just totally different. It's totally different. Yeah.
All right, Catwoman. Next up, we have in the movies Michelle Pfeiffer, Halle Berry, Anne Hathaway, Zoe Kravitz, and then Julie Newmar, Eartha Kitt. I think this is easily
just a layup.
Is like easily just a second place conversation because Michelle Pfeiffer is top pick.
No.
I'm gonna let you.
My runner-up easily would be Anne Hathaway.
Yeah,
like easily be Anne Hathaway.
Yeah, I got something very fucked up to say.
What?
Anne Hathaway was a better Catwoman than Michelle Pfeiffer was.
I can't.
It's pretty. She was pretty incredible.
Yes,
she was
not as iconic.
Man, not as like
not as good of a suit. Not as like
no. Yeah,
no, actually, you guys are gonna be mad at me for saying this too. I'm like Michelle Pfeiffer. Like Catwoman to me is like sex appeal personified, and I feel like Michelle Pfeiffer played that way better than Anne Hathaway did. Anne Hathaway is like sexy because she's Anne Hathaway, but she did not have what Michelle Pfeiffer has.
Yeah, but there's like a capital A acting that goes into what she did for Selena Kyle that like I kind of am blown away by to this day.
But she's kind of just like in addition to that movie.
But it's the duplicity of Selena Kyle that makes Catwoman so cool, and she does that completely when the building's getting fucked over by those bank robbers, or I can't remember the bad guys, and she's like pretending to be scared and shit, and like she just immediately fucking walks out. She's completely confident.
Her and Bane are the best part of that movie. Like they she really is fucking amazing.
I mean, there's a sexiness that Catwoman's gotta have. You have to believe that, oh yeah, I'm folding. When she show up, I'm doing whatever she asks. I'm Batman, I'm supposed to be like holding the law. But when she come through, sometimes things are gonna happen. I believe that with Michelle Pfeiffer. When she was on screen, when she's doing the whip, I'm like, hey, Batman, whatever you into, hey man, you go do that, brother. I'm gonna turn another eye. I don't really see that with Anne. Not that she didn't
lick the mask.
You guys see it with Zoe Kravitz.
Zoe Kravitz,
pretty good.
Hot take. Zoe Kravitz was the wrong actress to play Catwoman.
Really?
I think she was fine in the movie. I think she was fine in it. I have Zoe Kravitz is a very talented individual. I just think I was like, we didn't get there.
I thought she was by far the best looking, sexiest Catwoman. I don't know if she's ever looked better. She looked fantastic.
She looks great all the time.
She looks
performance wise.
I think the same problems I have with her Catwoman in terms of being iconic is the same problems I have with his Batman as being iconic. They're just diet versions of the character. They're not really Catwoman and Batman. They are, but we just didn't get enough. We haven't had enough time with them to get to know them to where they can really fall into those roles like that.
To me, that was a very Frank Miller-esque Batman Year One version of a Selena Kyle, where it is like leaning less on the superhero angle of it and more on the cat burglar crime family part, which is just like is cool. And I think that was a smart choice to do. It's just like if we're talking about when I see Catwoman, I don't see Anne Hathaway, I don't see Zoe Kravitz. Either I see Michelle Pfeiffer, or I see either Eartha Kitt or Julie Newmar.
You don't see Halle Berry?
Quick.
I like that movie.
Okay.
So my deal is we're showing people are saying we're not talking about like Halle Berry in this, that we're disrespecting. We're actually respecting her
by not saying anything about it.
I love the basketball scene in that shit.
That is so funny.
One of
Benjamin Brass out there.
You know what? I think one of the biggest cinematic scenes was giving Halle Berry a Catwoman movie with no Batman.
That actually is like
I'm serious because the interplay between somebody that devastatingly beautiful and sexy,
yeah,
and with that type of physicality that Halle Berry can exude, right? That between that and a Batman would have been awesome, but that movie was not good enough for the character to be by herself.
But do we also think with Halle Berry's Storm and her Catwoman, she was suffering from the same problem where it was like you hire Halle Berry to be Halle Berry, and it's very difficult when you're trying to portray a superhero for that celebrity aspect to kind of like recede into the background. You're just like, I'm still watching Halle Berry being Storm.
Yeah, but she's a world-class actor. She could still disappear into a role. I think that movie just didn't. What?
Okay.
That was a great actress.
She's a great actress.
She's a great actress.
Academy Award-winning actress.
Fantastic.
Right.
She's a great actress.
Okay.
She is.
Okay, no, I see what's happening. Great actress.
Great actress.
Right. I think it's I don't know about Catwoman. I think it's worse in X-Men because remember in the first one, she's got that accent. And then by the third one, they're like, all right,
we're going to stop that.
Look,
we don't need that.
Look, you know, I think Halle Berry was miscast as Storm.
You said this.
It was a different time.
Yeah, it was a different time. I think Halle Berry was miscast as Storm. Like, she's got too many numbers on the board. Halle Berry is a bona fide, like 24 karat gold Hollywood screen icon. Right. But that don't mean everything worked.
No.
Some things work better than others. That Catwoman movie did not work.
No.
However, if she'd have been Catwoman in a great Batman movie, I think it would have worked.
Oh, for sure.
I think it definitely would have worked.
Absolutely.
I think Zoe Kravitz really works from this point of like, who's the best looking Catwoman ever? That works. I think the best portrayal of Catwoman is Anne Hathaway on screen. Eartha Kitt was the perfect Catwoman.
Yeah, she was great.
Yeah.
There's a great like vintage. I rewatched some of the old like Adam West Batman to get like an Eartha Kitt taster again. Adam West Batman is like peak comedy. It's actually like very ingeniously well conceived how well Eartha Kitt is in that role to be this like just harebrained villain. There's a great scene that I've loved where she's like robbing this like fashion show or whatever, and she like traps Batman and Robin, and she runs into like the women's dressing room because they're gonna escape, and she's like, they'll never find me in this hallowed ground, and then Batgirl shows up and she's like, damn it, they brought in the girl. Like that's a like perfect level of comedy and Catwoman-esque. Like I just loved it. I know it's not gonna win, but
no, she's fantastic.
She's fantastic.
We're gonna this is part of Mantle Wars is about giving props to everyone. She's fantastic.
So
she's
all right,
awesome.
so if Michelle Pfeiffer is taking the crown runner up, is it Anne Hathaway? Is it Zoe Kravitz? Is it Eartha Kitt?
I think it's got to be Anne.
It's probably Anne Hathaway.
All right, I love Anne. I love that movie.
Yeah.
All right, next up, who do we have on the list? Okay. Ooh, we're doing back-to-back Superman, Lois Lane. So for Superman, we have Christopher Reeve, Brandon Routh, Henry Cavill, David Cornsweet, TV, Tom Welling, and how do you say Tyler Hoechlin from Superman?
Tyler
and Lois?
Hoechlin, yeah.
So this is the deal. One thing in Mantle Wars that was the immediate thing to me was when you think actor, you think character.
Yes.
All right. And that's very important. When I think Michelle Pfeiffer, I kind of don't think Catwoman, but Catwoman isn't actually that type of character to where you see somebody. When I think of the two actors that I think Superman, boom, it's actually Christopher Reeve and Tom Welling. Those are the two guys that when I see them, I go, they're Superman. Now, Henry Cavill as well, but a lot of that is because of online chatter.
Sure.
Henry Cavill is, I'm not saying Henry Cavill was whack as Superman, but he was so, his time as Superman was so fraught that I think he is connected to the character in a way that has to do as much with like cultural conversation than it does just that. But when I think about Superman, like Superman, I look at this actor and that's Superman. Those actors are Christopher Reeve and oddly, Tom Welling.
Well, I was going to say for Tom Welling, as someone who, like, I love Smallville, I think the distinction I would make is I think Tom Welling is the best Clark Kent that we've ever gotten. And obviously that's because he got to play Clark Kent for a while. We didn't get to see
didn't get to play Superman.
Like,
he barely did.
But to me, it's like, I'm like, oh, Christopher Reeve is the best Superman. Tom Welling is the best Clark Kent. And I think Corn Sweat is the best fusion of the two of them. Just like, okay, you located.
You're absolutely bugging.
What are you talking about?
Reeve is the best Superman. He's the best Clark Kent. He's the best Kal-El, son of Krypton. He's the best all of them.
You weren't going to nod.
He is the best all of them.
Yeah, you're not going to get with him.
He is by his Clark Kent is, I enjoyed Corn Sweat's Clark Kent because of what he did. Reeves' Clark Kent actually made you, Reeves is the one guy. The rest of these guys, if I'm being honest, their Superman and Clark Kent is the same guy. Even Corn Sweat's, his Superman and Clark Kent is kind of the same.
Well, we didn't get to see him much as Clark.
That's very true.
You know,
Yeah.
like he got what, 10 or 15 minutes as Clark?
That's very true. And really, when he was sitting down with Lois, he wasn't Clark.
He was Superman, really.
Right?
Yeah.
Really, but like Christopher Reeve goes from legitimately
Slouching,
bumbling,
You see the switch.
coward, slouch to as soon as he removes the glasses, like he morphs into an otherworldly character.
bro. You have goosebumps talking about it.
Yeah, like literally, like he completely. You see him, and it's like you look at somebody. I can fuck over that guy. I'll fuck over him. Like you'll get fucked over, and then the glasses come off, and he completely changes. Now, I will say this: part of that is the performances around him, right?
Correct.
It is because she was sunning this nigga.
Oh,
Oh my god!
Kidder?
Oh my god!
Kidder was great.
Cuck Nation, baby. like she was sunning him. But I think that's the most comprehensive superhero performance ever to me.
Wait, so if it's Reeve was going to win this hands down. Who was, like, it's, we have to have a podcast. We have to chat about it. But my question is who to you is the runner up?
I don't know what y'all think.
that's tough because I mean, my instinct was Tom Welling too, just because of like again, Smallville was the thing back then. You know what I mean? And I don't think any other of the Superman have made their mark like he has. When they did like some CW thing and they brought all these Superman actors back, I was the most excited to see Tom Welling back as Superman.
Like Roth to me was always just trying to do
Poor kid.
Right.
Reeve,
He was set
like,
up to fail.
He was set up to fail.
Mm-hmm.
Corn Sweat, to me, I have to see one more. Like I have to see like
He
one
did a great job.
more.
No, he did a fantastic job.
Yeah.
Just because I do think that like he has the possibility. Van is going to say this is blasphemy. If he plays Superman for an extended period, even approaching like a Tom Holland type RDJ role, I think for a lot of people he will jump over Reeve.
Look, so this is my deal. So much of this is steeped in nostalgia that it's very hard to be objective, right?
Yeah,
Sure.
I still think just on the merit that no one's played Superman like Christopher Reeve, but forever is a long time. You know, you can't say that that's the defining portrayal of Superman forever.
Mhm.
Like it's a long time. Listen, there is a world, and you see it, and people always look crazy when you see it in glimpses in Justice League. There's a world where Henry Cavill is the best Superman. There's a world where he is the best Superman. To where, because when you look at how the character's drawn, it's Henry Cavill.
Yeah, but then you look at the performance and I'm like,
Yeah.
Well, a lot of that to me just has to do with how the character is written and what world the character is in. I feel kind of about Superman in Man of Steel the way I feel about Batman in Nolan's Batman, right? It's like the world around those guys is fundamentally changing those characters and making them act differently than the versions of them that we're used to seeing. So they can exist in their worlds and context, and we can be like, they're great.
Right.
But at the same time, man, you want to see Superman like have fun saving people.
Yeah.
And you want to see Superman like
save his dad, maybe.
Crack a smile.
But it's
maybe.
also some of this generational where it's like you see Keaton and Reeve at a time as a child, where it's like as a country, we still like that kookiness, especially in our superhero storytelling. We do like that, like Superman is your friend. They could crack a joke. I remember being a kid going to the Nolan movies where I'm just like, oh no, I want to see some serious shit. Like as a teenager, I'm just like, I want Batman to be cool.
Well, I think that's a response to obviously Batman Forever, right? It's just like that's just how it goes.
Because I never got in a cool Batman movie.
Right.
Like as a child, I was just like, Batman and Robin wasn't it. The Kilmer joint was not it. I was waiting for like, show me that y'all can, like the Brendan Roth Superman Returns. I'm like, this ain't it. I was waiting for a more serious portrayal of those two characters.
But it's a real shame because of most of the Snyderverse, especially even with Affleck's Batman, you only see like cracks of greatness, like little shreds of light where you're like, man, this, like, you could see why he nails this audition. You could see why he nails something about this that could be like beautiful. And if in other people's hands, it's better in some aspects.
The difference between Batman and Superman is kind of in the tension that we're talking about.
Yeah.
Batman is essentially criminally insane. Like he's obsessed. He's criminally insane. His PTSD has taken over his whole life. Whereas rather than use his vast economic wealth to change structurally the city of Gotham, which he's also doing, by the way.
Sure.
He decides that the best way to do it is to beat up criminals at night. And so that is serious. He's putting his life on the line. You see the bruises. He's putting his life on the line every single time he goes out there. Superman is a space god that's trying to find his humanity. You have to have some fun with it. You have to. It's just not going to work.
Yep.
You have to have some fun.
So then who's the runner-up?
Tom Whaley.
Tom Whaley?
Yeah, like
Fuck, hell yeah, I love that.
Hey, bro, I'm gonna be real with you, man. In a Christopher Reeve-less world, Tom Welling wins. I mean, I know that's what it means, but his portrayal of Superman to me is that iconic, and it is Superman to me because I look at him as Superman. He was doing super shit.
Not the Blur. You're not gonna call him the Blur.
Nah, no blur.
Once they started talking about the Blur, I was like, all right, guys.
They had to do something.
All right, Lois Lane. We have Margot Kidder, Kate Bosworth, Amy Adams, Rachel Brosnahan, and then in TV, Terry Hatcher, Eric Durrance, and Elizabeth Tulloch. It's also so funny that we didn't say that nigga's names who's a big Trumper now. He joined ICE for Superman.
Oh, we didn't mention Dean Cain?
I have to say. That's an oversight. That's an oversight. We don't fuck with ICE.
No, but
yeah, I was like, this is research. I was like, we don't got to talk about this.
Fuck with ICE.
Yeah.
But Dean Cain's performance of Superman, Dean Cain and Tyler from Superman and Lois. I want to make sure those are two. It's harder to do Superman. The Superman when he's actually in the suit on TV looks different. That was actually very smart of Smallville to never really put him in the suit till the end. That they did that on purpose. But putting Superman in the suit on TV looks a little different. You're not going to really compete with movie Superman. But I thought Tyler and Dean were both great Superman. I can't control what a nigga do after the check stopped coming. You know what I'm saying?
They definitely stopped coming.
All right, so for Lois Lane, this might be too early, but I just have to say the winner for me is Rachel Brosnahan. I think I know it's only one performance.
Yeah.
I think in terms of just like not only finding the character, but making the character someone who can really go toe to toe with Superman, not just Clark, but you like realize this is not only why Superman is with her, but like this is a boss. She like it.
Guess what? I agree.
I thought, whoa,
really?
I thought
You didn't think Kidder would
I
have taken
thought
that?
for sure you would go Kidder.
And Kidder's amazing.
She's fantastic, but there's this. I prefer the Lois Lane that Rachel Brosnahan plays. I think it's more indicative of the character. Like when Superman comes on screen to Lois Lane, to Margot Kidder's Lois Lane, Margot Kidder's Lois Lane is great. But when he comes on screen to her, she just melts. she just fucking turns into putty, right? She just can't get her shit together. She's fumbling over all of her shit and the whole thing like that. To me, hold on, wait a second. Are we talking about our favorite or what makes, because obviously
who embodies the character the best?
Margot Kidder is Lois Lane. Like, if you see, I've talked myself out of it. Rachel Brosnahan to me is the Lois Lane. When I saw her, I was like, that's the best Lois Lane I've ever seen.
Right.
That's the best. But if we're just talking about who the mantle is, when you think Lois Lane, it's Margot Kidder. It's Margot Kidder. The movies are more iconic. All of that.
No,
stuff.
but the reason why I really do want to cape for like Brosnahan is I'm like, what never really made sense for me with like a Kidder like always kind of melting when Superman is on screen is I'm like, no, Superman loves Lois. And it was a different time. I'm like, Superman loves Lois because she don't melt. Because she's not like the fame and the glory of Superman doesn't get to her. Like, she can cut through that and be like, you're a hero. I get it. You're Superman. It's cool that you want to be with me, but I'm fucking Lois Lane. You know, I'm the boss bitch around here. I think Rachel Brosnahan did that to a T.
She does. Look, I don't think that she melts, that Lois Lane is a character but Lois Lane is in love with Superman.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, she's in love with Superman, and Clark is catching up.
There's this level of like, not cynicism, but skepticism around not like the idea of who Superman is, but around the rest of the world interacting with Superman that Lois really embodies very well. That she's not entirely cynical. She's not entirely like doubtful of who Superman is because she wouldn't be in love with him. But like, there's a level of, you could see why Lois Lane could also fall for Bruce Wayne. You could also see why the things around her as a hardcore journalist and as a woman of action can be a little impervious to the heroism.
Which Lois Lane could also fall for Bruce Wayne?
Brosnahan's for sure.
Really?
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
You think that Brosnahan's Lois Lane
that
questions everything is going to fall in love with a billionaire tech dude?
Yeah, she looked at him and be like, nah.
Well, the reason why I think she would fall for him is that I think the reason she wants to break up with Clark in the beginning is because like Clark is too pure and he's almost too much of a himbo. And he takes everything at face value. Whereas like someone like Bruce, like she's probably like, okay, there's something here where he might be like, he is the smartest man in the room. And he doesn't know that I'm catching up.
I think at first maybe it'd be cool because he wouldn't call, he'd be kind of distant. And that's
get married.
That's cool for her. But as soon as I start getting close, and he's like, and she wake up and he's not there. Like, where you been at, my
Also,
boy?
I'm gonna be real. What's Lois Lane gonna do when Catwoman walk through? You know?
Yeah. Can I tell you guys something else that changes this a little bit? Our relationship to Lois Lane as far as Rachel Brosnahan is concerned. They're dating when we meet them.
Yeah. True. 3 months.
So when we meet them, she knows that he's Superman and Clark Kent.
Right.
So if we compare her to a lot of these other versions of Lois Lane, the one thing that stands out about Kidder's Lois Lane is that she doesn't know that Superman and Clark Kent are the same person.
She finds out in 2, right?
But then he brainwashes her again.
Right.
He keeps fucking her brain up. What? He brainwashes her again. Like she doesn't know that Superman and Clark Kent are the same person. So she's reacting to 2 different versions of the dude she works with and the most powerful man on earth, whereas Brosnahan knows that they're the same person. So a lot of the way she treats him is because she realizes that he is both Superman and also just a guy from Kansas that is in a relationship with her,
right? That
has to, in some sort of way, acquiesce to her. She says when you can't come over, she says when you can't come over. She's not looking into the sky like towards him like the rest of the world is. Amy Adams as well, who we haven't talked about as well. So
I think Amy Adams is one of the Amy Adams, phenomenal actress. Right. Super miscast as Lois.
But it's just part of the fundamental like misunderstandings of that character. In the
of just of that world by Snyder. Yeah,
in a world where you nuke Jimmy Olsen in the first scene. Like,
they've gotten the character right on television more than anywhere. I thought Terry Hatcher was great, and Bitsy Tulloch is great as well on Superman and Lois. Like really great, right? But that's Lois as a mom, Lois as a wife. The whole deal is a lot of things going on. But like, they frequently miscast Lois Lane. Amy Adams is miscast. Kate Bosworth is miscast. guess that's only twice, but like she's a character that
Mhm.
you know you don't necessarily get right. But once again, they miscast kind of the world a little bit.
Yeah.
So what
So
do we
who are
think?
we doing, winner and runner up?
So this is what I have to do. I have to go Kidder as number one. I have to. Brosnahan to me is that's the most comprehensive Lois Lane. I agree with you. But if we're talking about who is Lois Lane on screen, it has to be Margot Kidder.
I think it has to be Kidder. I think it
I'm
has
with
to be Kidder.
Brosnahan.
I
gotta go
I think
Brosnahan.
I need more tape. I need more film.
Not enough.
Not enough
I
film.
kind of need Brosnahan in my number one. I would.
Okay, so this is crazy because earlier
I'd be dishonest if I
other
was.
but other
When I
folks
look
need
at
more
Lois
tape.
Lane now in films, I see Brosnahan.
Yeah.
It's not as much tape, but I'm just like, damn, with what you were given.
Well, to me,
Like-
if that's true, and I'll just be honest with you, if that's true, then it tells me that you don't have very much of a connection to the character as portrayed on film, because
I don't. To those,
Right.
to the Christopher,
Right.
that is 100%
right. So because
right.
there were 4 whole movies,
Right.
So this is going to be very generational, like in this one, but like
I think the next one's going to be way more generational.
yeah, but we can leave this one deadlocked and we can let the audience decide.
Okay.
Let
I'm
the
with
audience
that.
decide, like which one is it, Kidder or Brosnahan?
All right, last but not least, Spider-Man. We have 3 nominees: Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, Tom Holland. This was the easiest for me. I know it's Ringer versus lore that we had a whole debate about this. Dog, the set photos, Tom Holland is Spider-Man. I don't care. Like, Tom Holland is moving like fuck this.
You guys are gonna disagree with
Come on
me.
now.
You guys
Come on
are
now.
disagree.
Come on
with me.
now.
Disagree.
Come on, like it's just like it is
here.
what it is. Like
We're
he is.
We're finally here, guys.
That is when we think about it's him, and now it's Tobey.
So here's the deal. I agree,
Really,
Everybody
but
come
I think you
around.
guys contradicted yourselves.
Who's we? I've been here all the time.
But on the Margot Kidder thing, I agree.
Who's
So I think you guys contradicted yourselves a little bit because, right now you'd be crazy to say that like the volume of Tom Holland is what we're getting at.
Mhm.
Tom, he has not made a Spider-Man movie as good as Spider-Man 2. He has not made a Spider-Man movie as good as Spider-Man 1. He hasn't. Facts. Facts.
True.
Facts. He hasn't made a Spider-Man movie as bad as Spider-Man 3.
Very true.
Or Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Or Amazing Spider-Man 2. But the volume. He's been Spider-Man so much. And he's been a good Spider-Man so much. It's almost like if we were talking about Bond, if you're talking about like Sean Connery is a lot of people's James Bond, but then you look at other people who've played James Bond a lot more and a lot more visibly.
Mhm.
Right? You look at Roger Moore, who played James Bond for a long time in a lot of movies. Then you look at Daniel Craig, who played James Bond for a long time. Not that many movies, 4 movies?
Five
movies
movies.
in a lot of movies. So you start comparing how people identify the character to the quality of the portrayal of the character.
Right.
I think Sean Connery is not James Bond in a lot of people's mind anymore. I think that's probably Daniel Craig, and we'll get to that. But with this one, if you're comparing, like, I can't say that Tom Holland isn't Spider-Man because he's Spider-Man to the whole world,
Yeah.
right?
There's that picture we talked about when the set photos leaked of like him standing like behind and
he's like
there's
looking
the
down.
crowd. But then there's this new one where there's a kid dressed up as Spider-Man
And he's like pointing
and
at
he's
him.
pointing at him and you see Spider-Man in the bag and it's just like
And
that
Toby,
is Spider-Man, bro.
Toby gave it to him.
Sure.
Toby passed the torch. Toby passed the torch to him.
but also it was, to me, it's like 2 different leagues. What Toby had to do, like Toby is similar to Christopher Reeve, where it's like you need to create something out of whole cloth. You are convincing the world that Spider-Man can swing through these fucking buildings and is Peter Parker and can do all this shit. Where it's like Tom Holland has the easier path, where it's like I've seen 2 other people in live action play him. Like I'm bouncing off the MCU, which is already going. I just don't need to fuck this up. And it's like it sucks to be like I give it to Tom, but I'm like also I think Tom, weirdly, to your point, because he's had more movies, this is the first Peter Parker we've seen similar to the comics grow up. Where it was like Tobey Maguire looked like a grown-ass fucking man in Spider-Man 1.
All
Whereas
those
like
high
with
school kids.
Tom Holland, it's like we're getting to see, all right, we got our high school Peter, now we're getting college Peter. And that's very interesting to me because that is closer to the ethos of the character.
Yeah. True. I think the most accurate portrayal of the character is Andrew Garfield in Amazing Spider-Man.
This is also true.
This is where I'm
Peter
with
Parker
you,
and Spider-Man, or Peter Parker and or Spider-Man?
Of
both
of them. And TD said this back in the day. Shout out to TD wherever he's at now. Where are you? TD said this back in the day, and I was like, bullshit. But when you go back and you look at the movies, so his Spider-Man, he played a very emotional Peter Parker, right?
Mm-hmm.
But legitimately a Peter Parker that had a lot of questions.
Yeah.
And was going through a lot of shit and didn't have a billionaire benefactor to answer all of his problems for. I'm sorry, guys. That just doesn't fucking work for me, bro.
Okay,
like, I'm just being for real. That just doesn't work for me as Spider-Man. It can, because you guys eat the slop that you're fed. But like it doesn't work for me as Spider-Man. Part of the character is that he does not have that.
Yeah.
It's so Absolute Batman works because Batman is poor, right? But it's like a different version of Batman.
Mm-hmm.
This is like Absolute Spider-Man. Part of the thing, it is.
Spider-Man's supposed to be broke.
But part of the thing is that he does not have that. He literally doesn't have somebody to come in and usher him through his career as a crime fighter. He learns through tragedy. He learns through loss.
And he fucks up all the time.
This is a Spider-Man where we don't really, he fucks up all the time. This guy, it's an alternate ultimate version of Spider-Man.
Yeah,
to me.
I also think that the MCU dumbed down Tom Holland in those movies, especially because he was standing next to Tony, where it's like, what I like about Andrew Garfield is, to me, he's the most pure distillation of Spider-Man and Peter Parker as a character, because I'm like, no, he's smart. He's convincing me that this guy can create that suit and that web fluid and can figure this all out by himself, where I'm just like, we see what happened when Tom Holland designed his first suit.
Yeah.
Where I was just like, that is actually my biggest knock on the character, where I'm like, Tom Holland is like an AP student, and he is not a genius.
And there's a great, again, Amazing Spider-Man 2, not a great movie, but there's like a truncated level of growth that you see Garfield go through that I genuinely believe, like when he's talking to that kid when he's about to kick the Rhino's ass, and like he's being that friendly neighborhood after Gwen Stacy dies, and he's been bitter and he's been arrogant. And if like Amazing Spider-Man 3 actually happened, and if it was ever good, he would have been like the god tier Spider-Man to me.
I don't
know if he'd be the god.
I don't know if he'd be the god tier, but I think there's something that Andrew Garfield Spider-Man does when he's in the suit, and it's into the first movie when the guy comes at him and he's like, "Oh, my weakness, small knives," and he's like, he's a dick.
He's fucking with him.
He's annoying, and he's like, it's just like, all right, this is Spider-Man. This is Spider-Man who all the Avengers are going to be annoyed about, because he's going to come in, he's going to talk, and he's going to be like, yo, shut the hell up. And I kind of feel like, weirdly enough, McFeely and the people who wrote Infinity War and Civil War,
Marcus and McFeely,
right?
Yeah.
They got that. Mm-hmm. But I don't feel like Summers and McKenna did.
Holland
he's not as annoying.
He's not witty in those movies.
He's not witty in the Spider-Man movies.
No,
he is in the Avengers, which is kind of...
What you mean?
So, like, for example, like in Civil War, when he's like mentioning that old movie where
he's not witty at all. He's just he's a stupid kid.
He's a stupid kid.
Yeah. So he's not witty.
Yeah, but
because witty. So I'm gonna say a couple things. So he's not witty. He's not witty at all. He's just a stupid kid that doesn't know that what he's saying sounds crazy to adults. Like they infantilized him, and so he's describing Empire Strikes Back, and a movie that everybody knows, right? And he's describing it like a film. He has no agency over the fact that he's making a joke. He is the joke. Yeah. The joke is that he is saying that, and he doesn't realize that he's describing one of the most famous movies of all time.
Which is also kind of silly too, because and then the next movie he's building a Death Star with his friend, and so you should know that movie.
Well, no, what I'm saying is he's, and also, but there's also something else that they do that's interesting, but it's still part of his genius that he could take references from anything that he sees anywhere and use it in battle. Right?
Which is cool. Alien and Infinity War.
He still can take anything that he sees anywhere and synthesize the information and use it in battle. And maybe we'll see a different version of Spider-Man. We've had a longer time with the character now. He's a little bit older. But that's part of the thing. It's like, it's not like he's the one that I'm smarter than you and it's annoying that I'm smarter than you and I'm making the joke. He's on the back foot the entire time. He's on the back foot the whole time. There's never a point where he's really confident, like in any way.
Yeah.
And it's just a different Spider-Man.
And Garfield's Parker, like occasionally while like lashing out and angry and arrogant, like had a lot of swag to him. With him and Emma Stone bouncing off of each other and like...
damn, you could tell they was fucking.
I mean, this leads me to my next question. If we had to do love interests, who's been the best Spidey love interest? Because I do
on screen, Gwen Stacy for sure.
I think it might be Emma.
Him and Emma Stone were like
Kristen
it was
Dunst is
electric
gonna be right there too. But yeah,
because I weirdly think Zendaya is the most underserved in those movies.
Yes.
I'm like, why is she
funny though?
She's
she's funny. They don't give her anything to do.
She got moments, but yeah, it's kind of like, all right, man, like tap in. Like, what are you gonna?
Wars. This is so fun.
It's we're having a great time.
It's great.
I think the Kristen Dunst stuff is tough because like now when you rewatch the movies as like an adult, you kind of like I kind of see where she's coming from.
Yeah,
that man wasn't providing. He wasn't doing nothing for you. You know what I'm saying?
Damn,
smell
the
the deadbeat on
titties
him.
were tittying in that one scene. Bro.
They were.
What? They were? Every single time I watch it, I was like,
but you see why he was on it like that.
I see why he was on it.
But once again, though,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna say two things. One is about something that you said. There's a scene in The Amazing Spider-Man where Martin Sheen and I think it's Sally Field, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like Peter leaves the house, and when he leaves the house, he slams the door.
Oh,
and
yeah.
the glass breaks.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't know how strong he is.
Yeah.
He learns throughout the movie like how to control himself. He doesn't get it. He's not just a regular kid that can have angst and can go out there and do shit recklessly. Mm-hmm. He's a superpowered being.
Mm-hmm.
And when you see the glass break, you see two mere mortals look at him and go, oh my God. Like, to me, that's the Spider-Man thing. The tension is between somebody coming into the fact that they are one of the most powerful metahumans when their brain isn't fully developed he's a genius who is also a child, who is also the savior of his neighborhood, who is all of that stuff. What he is not is the apprentice of Tony Stark.
Right, but to your point about Superman and Lois, about them being together, like seeing them already together. When we meet him, he's already got his powers.
Right.
He's had his powers for like 6 months at that point, and he's been saving buses or cars from buses and things like that. Like, so we've met. He's already had that level of like growth of like controlling his powers. I didn't play football then, so I shouldn't now. Right. Like it's kind of the same thing where like we've met like. We don't have to see that. We know, like, that little beginning part of his story. We don't need that.
I acquiesce that. Great point. I will say this, though. You don't have to see the origin of it, but I think that you still need to see the tension. You see the tension between him. What you see is his aspiration as a superhero. You see him wanting to do too much, right? You see his aspiration but, I mean, he doesn't have to really go through that much everything with him. So Peter Parker has to make decisions between, and look, he is a younger Peter Parker, so he's not working at the Daily Bugle and stuff yet. There really is no Daily Bugle until, there's a lot of stuff that's different in this Spider-Man. It's a really different portrayal of the character.
And I think, and something I got to take an L on this. I think when I was like going through, like when the movies were first coming out, I was like, we know Uncle Ben's there, we gotta see Uncle Ben, this and that. I rewatched No Way Home yesterday, just thinking about this, and I was like, that's kind of messed up. We ain't get no Uncle Ben love. I guess Aunt May is the Uncle Ben, but at the end of the day, like, why?
That was still a dumb choice.
What an odd decision to kill
really
them both. What a fucking weirdo thing to do.
I understand.
To kill them both is just fucking crazy, bro.
I understand not giving us Uncle Ben at the jump, but then you gotta like at least like give us like, yeah, man, this is what happened.
Yeah,
Uncle Ben, like at least like when he's doing his thing, with great power comes great responsibility. They load that from May, and I'm like, cool, but like,
so you
that's
just
not
for
really
Thanksgiving. Can you imagine in the next movie if Tom Holland has to go spend time with Happy Hogan? Like, come on, bro. Nobody wants to see that shit.
It's grim.
Look, I will say this. Robust discussion of Spider-Man. Tom Holland Spider-Man.
Then who's the runner-up?
I don't.
Who's Spider-Man?
I kind of don't agree.
Who's Spider-Man?
I think I'm more in the bag for Garfield. I feel like with this recent.
You can't do that.
I will say this though.
I feel like No Way Home is just a tick in his column.
And it's not for Tom Holland?
Yeah, it is.
No Way Home.
No Way Home is basically a redemption arc for Garfield's Spider-Man.
No Way Home put 3 Spider-Man on the screen.
And it's all Garfield.
Excuse me. And it was clear who had the most charisma.
Yes.
It put 3 Spider-Man on the screen, and he stole the movie from them.
But also, that's because Andrew Garfield is the best actor between the 3 of them.
And guess what? It kind of really counts when you're
I don't think you can do that.
We're not doing
that. You can't do that.
Well, we can't put Andrew Garfield. That's not he.
And I love him.
I understand, but like you make this point about like we see the set photos from a movie that's not out yet. I feel like I'm just falling for propaganda. For a glorified like Disney actor that is just going to be saying hi to the kids and making them feel good.
I would love to see that.
For you, that was like really aggressive towards him. Glorified Disney actor, you bite your tongue. Wow.
Yeah, but all you're saying is just like, yes, he's good with kids and he's good in the suit. Okay, all 3 of them have been.
All right,
this is bad, bro.
What are we even doing
This is
right
bad.
now?
What do you mean? What are we even doing?
This is bad.
I don't hear rebuttal. All I hear is
even I'm like, all right.
Hey man, this is like trying to
will
argue that Devin Booker is the best shooting guard in the league because he was cool with the Olympics one time.
I will say that you're reconciling your arguments for Rachel Brosnahan. He's making a Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane argument. He's being consistent. You're kind of not.
I will say my Rachel Brosnahan pick is like I will concede to you is because I don't really have much connection to the Christopher Reeve movies.
But this is why this is why you have to think. But this hold on one second. This is why you have to think beyond yourself. You can think you can say the question isn't who is my because my Spider-Man is Tobey Maguire. The question is who is Spider-Man.
And similar. My pick would be for Tobey Maguire, but like I can't pick Andrew Garfield because he has a good movie and a terrible movie. Mm-hmm. Where I'm just like, hey, at least all of Tom Holland's Spider-Man movies are like good to find. He does not have a terrible one.
But this like
that is like that counts for me. Same thing with Christian Bale. Like it's like
but it falls apart when we had this Ben Affleck argument because if we had 3 good Ben Affleck Batman movies, do you think he would be in the conversation for being the best Batman?
He doesn't. That's the problem. He doesn't.
But every time I see him on the screen,
that's different. The only thing that's different about that one is he doesn't have a Batman movie.
Yeah, he doesn't.
Like he pulled his weight. He pulled his weight in Batman versus Superman.
For sure.
He pulled his weight. It wasn't his fault. So he doesn't have. So that one we can't.
You're not gonna give him credit for Justice League. We sure not gonna give him no credit for the Flash.
Yeah, like he pulled his weight in the movies. He did what he was supposed to do.
Once again, this was my pick for just who was the best Batman, your favorite Batman on screen. If it's not Christian Bale, it's Ben Affleck. Mm-hmm. I just gotta go with the tape and like. What the tape tells me is I'm just like, Andrew Garfield was a phenomenal actor, but shit didn't work out for him. It was a fucking different time. Hey, it is what it is.
But for that same reason, I would argue that you guys should be able to see that Margot Kidder is Lois Lane.
But sure, I think what makes Lois Lane a little bit different, if I'm being real, is that because Lois Lane has not been the hero or like hasn't been the central protagonist of any of those movies. That's what makes I think the conversation a little bit difficult. Where it's like, oh, for that I have to be like, well, I'm not watching the Lois Lane movie. I'm watching the Superman movie. So a lot of my grade for Rachel Brosnahan is I'm like, oh, not only is this the closest to the comic book portrayal, but I'm like, if you take Lois Lane out of James Gunn's Superman movie, I'm just like. That's like you are basically the second build. Like this is like it does not work. She is like the second lead to me, even over Lex Luthor.
Have you seen Superman the movie?
Yes, but I'm like,
the movie absolutely does not in any way, shape, or form work without.
No. But what I'm saying is, Rachel. I'll put it to you this way: when James Gunn was like, "Oh, the most important scene in this movie is Rachel and Cornsweet going back and forth with each other," mm-hmm. I was just like, "Oh." The way you found Clark, it seems, is actually through Lois. The way you saw the theme of this movie and everything is through Rachel Brosnahan.
True.
I'm not taking anything away from him.
But he rewrote that scene. He rewrote my night with Superman and just inverted it for our time. So that's the most important scene in Superman the movie too. Is whatever. Well, we're not fucking on Margot Kidder. We've already decided. The audience is going to decide.
Also, I love Margot Kidder. Like, she's great. We're going back to the same thing. It's like, this is a generational thing where it's just like, when I was reading comic books, when I was thinking of Lois Lane as a character, I'm just like, oh, even the old portrayals in the comics, I'm like, Rachel Brosnahan got closer to that than Margot Kidder, even though, to your point, Margot Kidder to the world still is Lois Lane. I think
that makes sense. But I mean, Steve, like, when people think of Spider-Man, they think of Tom Holland, then they think of Tobey Maguire, and then they think Andrew Garfield. Like, that's
I'm saying that I think of
and I'm glad that you
Garfield.
do. And I'm glad that you do.
Well, I just think so. Okay, so Tom Holland has played Spider-Man in 3 solo movies, soon to be a 4th, 2 Avengers movies.
Wait,
and then
2, and then Civil War,
Mm-hmm. So that's just, you just can't fuck with it.
You can't.
I mean, that's the 8 movies.
Yeah,
like,
and if we're talking about like iconic Spider-Man,
6 movies, you just can't fuck with it. It's too much.
Sure,
and he's done a good job. I don't think his character is really Spider-Man.
Yeah, but think about it. I'm framing it this way.
But he's in 2 movies. But he's done a good. I like all of these movies.
Yeah,
I like all of these movies.
And he's Spider-Man, bro. We don't got it.
I'm saying in 2 movies.
Wes Unseld the GOAT, man.
Huh?
Wes Unseld, the best player in NBA history.
You want to know what this is? This is like where everybody keeps going, Corn Sweat not really Superman. He was getting beat up too much. I'm like, guys, can we? No, he's Superman.
He's Superman. But I'm not talking about power set, though. It's one thing to talk about somebody's power set. Superman, I mean, that is what it is. What you have to get from Superman, alien, wants to be human. Well, I think his Superman is more Superman than Cavill's Superman, than Ralph's Superman. I think I think they got the essence of Superman and changed some things around him, right? They made fucking Jor-El and Lara bad guys. God damn, they took some big swings, right? I'm not saying but I'm just saying when the essence of the character is what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the dressing. And to me,
the essence of Tom Holland is Spider-Man.
I think the essence of Tom. Dude, you have to remember the first movie, dog.
Man,
you got to remember the first movie.
You are hating. Just think about what I am trying to say.
Y'all forgetting his first solo movie, like totally completely.
I've seen it.
Yeah, it's fine.
When
Iron Man takes the suit away, if you're nothing without the suit, then you shouldn't have it.
When Iron Man takes the suit away, Iron Man didn't
oh my God.
fucking give Spider-Man his suit. Spider-Man,
but you're getting hung up on that.
Shit changes.
You're getting hung up on that, though.
Iron Man didn't give no one. Bro,
and you're not moving past it.
Let me ask you a question right now. Let's say we take Tony Stark. And we make Tony Stark a guy that flew into space and then was given the Iron Man technology by aliens.
All right, that is not even close.
Stop being serious.
Let's say we take Tony Stark and we made Tony Stark a guy that was given the suits by aliens. He was given the suits by aliens. Aliens gave him the suit.
You're not being serious.
You're not getting nothing.
Wait. Aliens gave him the suit, and then he comes back down. And aliens give him the suit.
What Charlamagne say? That ain't it.
Aliens give him the suit, and then he has to figure out how to work it, right? And then he communicates with the alien AI, and that makes him Iron Man. What changes is the central thing that makes him Iron Man is that the creation of the Iron Man character is something that he had to do both to survive and to figure his life out.
And then the aliens come take the suit away. He has to be like, who am I?
No. In this character, like, he goes around saving people, right? And he becomes Spider-Man, right? I give credit for that. Like, he figures it out. He invents the web fluid, all of that stuff. But then everything else about him is something that he's trying to emulate.
So, we're being real.
Just wait. Everything else about him is something he's trying to emulate. He's trying to emulate Tony. He's trying to be an Avenger. He's trying to figure all of this. Everything else is something else that he's not figuring anything.
I feel like he's had 3 origin movies.
Like, and even origin movies, and then like just unbelievably stupid. Just a
16-year-old makes bad decisions.
Like, unbelievably stupid.
I don't even disagree with you, but like, we have to be real. If we go back, how many Spider-Man? There were 5 Spider-Man movies that were released within like a decade, 15 years of each other. They have to make us believe that Spider-Man is in this universe where we've already seen the Avengers form, fucking Thanos, all this other fucking bullshit. I do understand from a story perspective where they're just like, hey, it's already going to be tough to put a 16-year-old around all these 30 fucking 40-year-olds. Hulk is running around all this shit. We probably have to give him the suit. I do agree with you that it's like a little clunky, but I do see why they're just like, how do we fit him into the MCU and make him seem like he can one day go to fucking
see, but blaming that on the quality of the movie is just emboldening my argument of being he's the best part of two movies that I don't like, and I still think he's a better Spider-Man.
And he has one good movie and one unwatchable one. We are not doing this.
Well, I mean, look, and I'll be honest with you. He has one movie and one unwatchable movie. He does.
He does. Absolutely.
He is not unwatchable.
He does.
The movie isn't, but the movie. Hey, Steve, you gonna go home and watch Spider-Man 2 right now? You gonna like?
No, I'm gonna see some amazing TikTok edits of TASM 2.
You gonna watch some TikTok edits? That's not the movie, Steve.
But look, I'll say this though: in those movies, the margin for error for him it's different than what it is for Tom Holland. Tom Holland's movies are chock full of all kinds of different people.
Sure.
Nick Fury is in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Stark is in the fucking movie. Doctor Strange is
everybody's
in the movie.
In the third. Yeah.
Everybody. The third movie is the third movie. Once again, he kind of get ate up in his own movie.
All right, the league is easier. I don't know what you like. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm not telling you that the league is easier. I'm telling you that when you're saying that one movie, I'm responding to something directly. When you're saying that one movie is significantly worse, what I'm telling you is that, yeah, it's worse because the movie has more to do. It's
True.
Spider-Man versus these people. These other movies are putting Spider-Man in a world where everybody sons him. He was getting sunned by Mysterio. This nigga
Spider-Man's always getting sunned. That's part of his character.
Spider-Man ain't never got sunned by Mysterio before?
So, no. I'm not talking about...
Spider-Man doesn't get punked?
Hold on. I'm not talking about getting punked as in getting beat up. I'm talking about getting conned like a little bitch. I'm not talking about getting punked now. Spider-Man takes L's and then he comes back and he wins. Look, I'm talking about like somebody coming in. The scene where Mysterio, and it's still one of my favorite scenes, the scene where Mysterio's in the bar and they just made this kid look like a fucking moron again. I was like so pissed off. And then he looks around to all of his people.
Well, that's hard.
And Spider-Man gives him the shit. Gives him the shit. It's like a little Spider baby, and that's fine. And maybe he won't be in
I will
movie.
say, it is crazy he had 3 mentors in 3 movies. I'm like, damn,
yeah,
at that
and
point,
he failed
mama,
all.
stand on your own, too.
This nigga signed to more people than Drake. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
wow.
Bro,
I not only do I disagree, I think that we need to be making more movies like Spider-Man, not in like the mentor-mentee relationship, but just have folks in movies again. Right? It felt like a world because he could go to Doctor Strange and be like, yo, I got a problem. Tony Stark's there. Nick Fury's there. We don't do this anymore. People are just
but sometimes you don't need a DJ Khaled album. Sometimes you gotta release a classic by yourself. That's all I'm saying. And that's Spider-Man 4 to me. Like, that's what he has.
That's a movie that's not out yet. You don't know that that's it.
What are you saying? That's
damn,
not what
you're right. Because they got Hulk.
You're right. For the propaganda, Chuck.
Bro, they still.
I said I'm
By the way,
wrong.
I will say this, though. I do think this will be closer to. I think this is kind of. I think he had a 3-arc origin story.
Right.
I hope it's.
I think he had a 3-arc origin story, and now we're kind of to whatever. But still, but you know what though? If we're being fair, they couldn't do it now, right? What they gonna put? Spider-Man living in a 1-bedroom, bring everybody back. Nobody. The world's too big now.
The world's too big. That's
the world's too big, and maybe it was too big. But I'm saying is this: I give Tom Holland the mantle of Spider-Man. I do.
Begrudgingly.
But it is begrudgingly because I don't think it's in any way, I'm not saying a comic accurate portrayal.
Sure.
I don't think it's an accurate portrayal of the character. Just like I thought, Man of Steel, sour, fucking brooding, Seattle Superman.
Superman.
I don't think that was
Superman.
I don't think that was an accurate portrayal. Like when I watched the movie, I was like, this movie is cool, but is Superman gonna try to stop? Is he gonna do anything to save the people of Metropolis while the buildings are being decimated?
Yeah. No. We're just gonna snap this motherfucker's neck.
Is he gonna is Superman gonna do something? Because there's a bunch of people getting murdered right now. I was watching the movie, I was like, What is he gonna? What is he gonna try to do? Is he gonna help?
Wait, so who's the runner-up for Spider-Man then? Toby or Andrew?
It's gotta be Toby.
I gotta give it to Toby.
The
He got
Andrew
Spider-Man.
thing-
He got the best Spider-Man.
The Andrew thing is not gonna happen. See, I
That's
feel
fine.
you.
That's fine.
I'm glad
but
you fought for
this-
me.
I speak from the heart.
But this
I
is the Batfleck exception. We could call it
yeah.
the Batfleck exception. Like Batfleck, we like him.
Yeah.
We high on Batfleck.
High on Batfleck.
Hi.
You gotta
can't-
win one chip. Like it just you
Yeah.
gotta win one.
You gotta have a championship,
Gotta
bro.
have a chip.
And Andrew, and
Other than that, we
and
talk about Chris Paul. Like you like
Yeah.
one of the
Chris Paul at the crib, like, yo, me?
I mean, it's not untrue.
Chris Paul is an all-time sports great.
Right.
Yes.
Hall of Fame, first ballot.
No ring, though.
First ballot Hall of Famer.
No MVPs.
So this
What?
is superhero ring culture?
Like it, but you gotta,
Yes.
you gotta win a ring if you're
gotta
gonna
win
be
a
in
ring,
this
yeah.
one. If you're gonna call, because Chris Paul is probably what, second, third greatest point guard of all time.
Yeah. Ooh. I mean, if you Steph, you got Steph, Magic, Isaiah, CP3. It's tough. It's tough to break through.
That's not on Chris Paul, who's
That's-
fantastic.
It's not on him.
But
Yeah.
the rings come first, man. The ring, you gotta
so
win.
Batfleck is CP3.
Yeah, like everything that you want.
We should do.
But it was never. He is. Batfleck is CP3, and I'll tell you why. Everything that you want, perfect, just never in the right situation.
and
Ooh.
a fantastic,
Right.
fantastic floor raiser.
Fantastic floor raiser.
Yeah, it's true.
Never in the right situation. Just never in the right situation, bro. If you guys don't know who CP3 is, we're talking about Chris Paul. Okay? I know some of you I hate it when they talk about sports. Chris Paul is one of the finest basketball players that has ever lived. He's a point guard, but
Wasn't on the right team, wrong
Then
place,
wait,
wrong
what does that make Tom
time.
Holland then? Always in the right situation.
He SGA.
maybe.
Got,
Always in the right situation, but didn't have to do
No,
that
he
much.
is SGA. He definitely
He
is SGA.
SGA.
Because it's not like he can't score.
Yeah. Oh my God. But then that would make CP3 like Iron Man in that 2019-2020 year.
Yeah.
When he came through, gave him the tools.
Okay,
Give
maybe
him
the
the
metaphors are a
tools.
little lost
Like,
on me
boom,
now.
It's not,
boom, boom.
it's not like he can't score. He could score.
He could score.
He could score, but man, they had all the draft picks around him. He got Chet, he got J-Dub, he got
Yeah.
Lou Dort.
Oh my God. He's literally Tom Holland.
He's
bro.
literally Tom
He's
Holland.
Tom Holland.
He's literally Tom Holland, bro.
He's Tom Holland.
He's literally like he got everybody around him. He got Sam Presti.
He
That is
Alex
great as
Caruso.
he's
He got Alex
Gunn.
Caruso. It's like all he got to do is score and win. That's it. That's it.
Mm.
Meanwhile, if you look at like a CP3, he got to go out and get bucked. I will say
Out
this:
the mud, man.
you can make an argument. And I'm a huge Lakers fan. I love Kobe.
Love Kobe.
You can make an argument that CP3 probably could have, should have won that 2008 MVP, bro.
Probably. But Kobe should have had
Kobe should have won him before. You can make an
Exactly.
argument. Anyway,
Exactly.
now we went far off the reservation. Look, Steve feel like he got a dub.
It was a little like, yeah, we tried.
All right, who the mantles, Chuck?
all right, so for Superman, did we start with Superman? No, let me read this off.
Yeah, we did.
we started with
No, we
Batman.
started with Batman. So for Batman, we have Christian Bale, runner-up, Michael Keaton. Catwoman, we had Michelle Pfeiffer, runner-up, Anne Hathaway. Superman, we had Christopher Reeve, runner-up, Tom Welling. Lois Lane was a tie, but honestly, I'm changing my
Edge
vote.
to
I
Kidder.
think winner, Margot Kidder, runner-up, Rosahan. I've been convinced.
Damn.
I've been convinced.
Jomi, you by yourself.
No,
I know, I've been
I was
convinced.
on the
convinced.
Roseanne train.
I was Kidder.
All right. So
And then Spider-Man, we had begrudgingly from Tom Holland,
Yeah.
winner, runner-up, and then the runner-up is Tobey Maguire, and in Steve's heart, it is Andrew Garfield.
Away game for me.
Steve's heart is Andrew
You know,
Garfield.
we should do rings. We should start counting up superhero rings.
This is a ring.
Who has the Tom Brady
got
like
to-
spread?
This is a it's,
No,
No,
it's easily-
Robert Downey Jr.
Easily
It is
Robert Downey
Jr.
Jr.
It is
Robert
like
Downey Jr.
easily
is-
like
yeah.
Easy.
We're gonna do more Mantle Wars. We're gonna get a little bit more visual the next time. We're gonna have the boards and stuff. We're gonna let the
because
people,
who's on the board? We still need to do Joker,
Bond.
Bond.
Joker, Bond. This is Joker, Bond. Who else?
Who else do we?
We don't have
on the
enough
list?
Live action
We
portrayals.
did
of
live
Wonder Woman.
action, but we're doing like comics, and we're talking like Green Lantern, Captain America, Flash,
Captain America,
like
Flash.
all these comic book characters who haven't like appeared on screen yet, but have.
Or
all
we can
these
go deep with it. We
iterations.
can do like, I don't know, Jeff Gordon.
Because I think the real thing, if we were just talking about characters, I could make an argument Miles Morales has been stepping on Peter Parker's corners.
There you go.
And just in terms of just like, I see a lot more kids interested in being Miles Morales than they interested in being
The
Peter
kid in
Parker.
that Spider-Man photo is wearing a Miles Morales Spider-Man.
Niggas not really fucking with Peter like that no more.
It's crazy. So that is one that is going to be the one that shakes Mantle Wars up the most.
Yeah, because do you want to be Miles Morales or do you want to be...
I will say this this will be the last thing I'll say. A live action Miles Morales movie, I really do think would like change the game. Like actually people would be like
a really good one, yes.
Would actually get us like if we're in a very down slump with superhero content. I think
in case of emergency,
movie and the Miles Morales live action movie will actually be
There's
like
only one problem with the Miles Morales live action movie. Sony would have to make it. And that's the only problem with it. And look, y'all get mad at me, not want to send me the care packages and invite me to the screenings all y'all want. Because people been out here talking shit. And I'm telling you, we keeping it real over here.
Yeah.
All right. Now these niggas, you don't have to invite them to anything.
What?
Because they don't,
we don't get the mailers. We don't get the...
They not going to know the difference. But
I look at the computer. The computer says...
but for all of y'all that's out like, Van, you still want to fuck all that. We keeping it real on the Midnight Boys. The industry is listening to the Midnight Boys, and they sometimes don't like our takes. Who
did we piss off?
And they sometimes don't like our takes, right?
All right.
But
I got it.
we don't invite me to the shit. The reality is, to my friends, my people over at Sony, y'all niggas can't do it. Fuck it. And that's how.
No, they got one with K-pop Demon Hunters. They just sold it.
They can do it.
And then give it away.
They got great movies, but they can't do Spider-Man. They haven't done it. The only time they've done it is animation. And guess what? It works. We love it. But I'm saying right now, if we do live action Miles Morales movie, there's no reason to believe that Sony could do it. And
there's no reason to think the MCU could do it either.
Well, hold on. What are you talking about? Miles Morales movie? You just said
we have like
going on?
Time out.
You just said that they did. There
are 3 solo Spider-Man movies that are all like, again, you said good.
No. I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about the track record of movies we've gotten recently.
I mean,
No Way Home is one of those movies that we've gotten recently. Yeah,
but I can see what you're saying. That's fine if you want to look at it like that. I'm saying that Spider-Man.
If I'm defending, like, hey, I agree with you. If it's fuck us, it's fuck you. I'm just gonna shoot Sony some bail. Be like, I'll be looking at the MCU. Be like, it don't seem like they can do it either.
I'll tell you this. Only thing I'll say about it. Madam Web is crazy.
It's kind of
it's like the MCU is
Madam Web. They did a year of Madam Web, Venom, and
nasty work.
Craven and Craven.
Morbius, bro. Like
come on, man.
Morbid time. Them movies be crazy, man.
Craven,
and it's so
the
funny.
Rhino and Craven. I just remember that shit.
It's so funny to me. I like him. I fuck with the Rhino.
Oh yeah, Rhino was great.
No, the performance is great. But the actual.
This is the thing with the Sony movies, bro. Sony goes. It's not like Sony goes. Tom Arnold is Craven the Hunter. Then you would be like, okay, I get it.
Yeah,
they fucking around. No, that's not what they do. They go Aaron Taylor Johnson is Craven the Hunter, and
Russell
they put
Crowe
Russell
is
Crowe in that bitch. And then you go, oh, this movie got to be good. They're not fucking around.
Yeah.
Then you go to see the movie, and you like, they fucking around.
They make decisions without fear. Without any fear.
They go get the. It's not like they put off-brand people. They put the
Adriana DeBose Oscar winner.
Yeah, and you go, they fucking around. They fucking around. And they so I don't know what to say. So if you give them now, if you have Amy Pascal involved, maybe she's a top flight producer. Maybe they can get it. But like a Miles Morales movie might be
Sony's the young money of movies where it's like you're like, damn, back in the day they had Drake and Drake was so hot they throw a Drake hook on some shit. You like, yeah, I'll listen to the rest of the tape. And then you like
and then they signed Lil Zah. Shout out to them. Why am I doing this today? There's no reason for that man to care. You know what? I'm gonna go completely the opposite. I'm gonna shout out Lil Zah in a positive way because one of the greatest eras in TMZ history was when Justin Bieber had got with Lil Zah.
Are you talking about Lil Twist?
It was both of them, right?
Oh,
well, hold on. Is it Lil Twist and Lil Zah?
I don't even know who Lil Zah is. I know Lil Twist.
I don't know who Lil Zah is.
It was Lil Twist?
Because there was Chucky and Twist.
Who is Lil Zah?
It's Lil Zah person.
Make that up.
Texas-based emerging hip-hop artist. Yeah, no, this isn't who you're thinking of.
Hold on.
Lil Twist brother. Lil Zod's Lil Twist brother.
And one of Justin Bieber's close friends.
Yeah.
So that was one of the best eras in LA. You see the Fisker Karma around LA, and you knew that it was either Justin Bieber, Lil Twist, or Lil Zod, and the content was up. They was terrorizing LA. I'm serious, bro. It was like that was a
wait. So
time.
that was your era. So I can ask this question. Yo, y'all did Lil Twist and his brother Dirt. Like, what's the white people was just like, hey, yo, Justin Bieber, that's the bag. They was like, they was demonizing Lil Twist. I'm like, shit.
Well, so this is what I'll tell you what really happened in that situation. It wasn't there's a documentary that should be made.
Okay.
And the documentary should be the fight for Justin Bieber.
Between the white people and the black people?
Not the white people and the black people. Now, this is from me from the outside looking in.
Okay.
I do not talk to Justin Bieber. I do not know Justin Bieber. But what I do know is that Justin Bieber was a huge pop star. And then there were multiple different factions and fronts that had presented themselves to be influential in his life. Mm-hmm. One was the rap guys, the older rap guys, some of the people he was hanging around with. Then it was his management.
Scooter Braun,
Kenny, and all of those guys. And then later on, it was Hillsong.
The church.
The church. And it was all three of those different people. Not all at the same time, but watching from the outside in, the different spheres of influence and how they influenced him at any given different time was so interesting at that point to be in celebrity news because there were, in my opinion, truces made behind the scenes. People had to cede a little control. It's like if he's with one group of people, it was like he's with one group of people and that wasn't good for him, so you want to get him away from those people. But then maybe he goes with the church people and you don't have control over him because the church people have control over him, but it's better off than him being on drugs and all of that stuff. And then there started to be beef between the church people and the people that had been justice management for a long time. There was all of these different things that were happening and it was all around this one guy. And we saw it play out because when we would cover him, we would cover things that he would do when he was getting in trouble in Miami or getting in trouble in Calabasas. Then all of a sudden, you would see Justin Bieber and he was going to church. Then the thing was, well, what is Hillsong really? Is it a church or is it some kind of different organization? Like people were saying that Hillsong was a little culty, maybe. So what is that? Who are the people around him? Are these people around him that are now becoming celebrities? It was just very interesting because all of this is happening. You know, Justin Bieber's only like 30 right now. All of this is happening and he's 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. And you're seeing how literally the sphere of influences around him are directly influencing the things that he does. Wow. And it was just like all of these different factions fight for justice. And you know what that reminds me of? Same thing with Spider-Man. It's the same thing that was happening basically with Spider-Man.
So they gave him the suit.
The same thing that's happening with Superman and Batman right now. A lot of people want
That's
Batman.
definitely happening with Batman right now.
A lot of people want Batman, a lot of spheres of influence. But guys, that has been Mantle Wars. I didn't think it would get that contentious. Look.
this dude, Andrew Garfield over here.
Shout out Andrew Garfield.
My man.
Shout out Andrew Garfield.
Hey, man,
I love Andrew Garfield. Shout out Sony too.
Shout out Sony.
Hey, Sony. My bad, Sony.
My bad, Sony.
I thought we wasn't apologizing. I thought we was going to keep it real.
Because I don't want, I have friends that these people watch and love the show, bro.
And they be getting texts?
And they'll be like, I just don't
like
like
not too much
people,
on us.
I don't like when people, he's like, I don't like when people try to play with me. Like, Van, don't you want to come to the, nah, I don't have to come to none of it. I'll be at the house.
Is that why we don't be getting invites?
Huh?
Is that why we don't be getting invites?
Fuck the invites. I'm like Earl Sweatshirt. I don't like shit. I don't go outside. Fuck that shit. No.
Yeah, it's like I was like
Charles is outside.
It's like, yeah, you be outside.
No. I'll be outside that shit I want to be at. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, so it's like, all right, that's enough. Hey, we love y'all.
Hey, Alien Episode 5 was crazy.
Alien Earth was great.
We'll go check in next week.
Alien episode, check in next week.
Check in with Alien and
2
Peacemaker.
episodes. Fire. Alien.
Fire.
That shit going crazy, bro.
I haven't watched. No spoilers. I haven't watched it.
No spoilers. You know what we doing on the Midnight Boys right now? Whatever the fuck we want to do.
Hell yeah.
And shout out to the production in the back. This pod went long. Who's back there? Aleya?
CT and Jade.
My man
CT and Jade. No Aleya?
No Aleya.
Jay, what's up?
What's up, Van?
That's what I'm talking about. All right, we got to go. That's a wrap. This week on the Ringerverse feed, House of R continues their Alien Earth deep dives and Buffy recaps. I love that type of shit. On Friday, Mid Edition does their big comics catch up. I can't wait. I've never once been on Mid Edition.
Neither has he.
You want to come on? I'll give you some stuff to read.
It doesn't really make sense.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's the same shit with y'all the Sony of this configuration.
Oh, we don't send the invite, so it's fuck us?
Our producers are CT and Jade. Jomi not going to get no steak. On social, Spheres of Jomfluence, an additional production by Arjuna Ramgopowell. Charles, take us out.
All right.
Take us out, please, Chuck.
Mantle Wars was contentious. We love a good flight. And if you are a small white child, do not sit next to Van on a flight. Honestly, my little kids is now like the LA dog community. Mostly the smaller ones have gotten out of control. Like it's getting nasty. It's getting really nasty out here.
He said it.
That's all I'm gonna say.
He said it. Listen, the way you feel about
I love dogs.
Place,
but
that's where I'm at.
For the dog community,
if
stop
I'm
bringing your
inside
dog
at a restaurant,
oh my god,
and you got your dog in your lap eating off the plate, I'm like, all right, we done lost the plot. We done lost the plot.
So let me tell you something,
bro. Bringing your dog to the brewery, dog.
Yeah, exactly. Come on, man.
Let me tell you something. This is where it's gonna be weird because I don't agree.
Okay, so
you
are everywhere.
There's like the Venn diagram is people who hate kids, people who hate dogs, and it's
no.
two different
I love
circles.
dogs. I love dogs. If I'm at a restaurant, here's the thing: if we're outside or whatever, it's fine. If I've paid to be at this restaurant and I gotta look at your dog eating off your plate,
come on, man.
I'm a fucking I'm gonna be mad.
This is my thing with all of this. None of it matters unless I am disturbed. I'm not offended. Listen to what I'm saying.
If there's a cool baby, you're gonna be chilling.
I'm not offended by the presence of kids.
Right.
No.
I'm not offended by the mere child being around.
Okay.
Right? That's not the thing. Most dogs that are in these restaurants are incredibly well behaved. They're not barking. They're not going crazy.
I don't know where you go.
I have yet to be in I'm gonna be real with you. Mm-hmm. We've all been in movie theaters and on planes with crying babies, right?
Not a movie theater, no.
You've never been in a movie theater with crying babies?
Not really, no.
Okay,
I don't have a plane. Yeah, I don't remember.
Plane for sure.
Yeah. So for me, or just kids in general, for me, the kids are normally less well behaved in the situation than these dogs are.
Nah,
these dogs.
The little yappy dogs shitting everywhere, barking everywhere.
I've never seen that. I've never seen a dog.
I've never seen them. I've never seen a dog
shit in a restaurant before. But maybe look, if you don't want dogs in restaurants, it's never bothered me because I don't look at things and like get disgusted. Like it's not disgusting for me to see a dog in a restaurant. That's not disgusting to me because I know that in this restaurant there are many rats.
But here's the thing. I think it's that is true.
Like they're
right.
rats.
But there's one. I think we've got to the point where it's like you used to see like one dog in the restaurant. Not everybody bring their dog in the restaurant. And I'm just like, hey, yo, when I go to a restaurant, I'm not trying to see like when I turn left, right, 3-4 dogs all like eating scraps and shit. Like, no, take him home.
Guess what? I disagree with that, but at the same time, if you don't want to go to a fucking restaurant with a dog,
I'm not paying no upcharge for no.
It would be great if y'all let me finish. I never said that, but I'm saying if you don't want to go to a restaurant with a dog in it, and they wanted to make that rule, great. I don't have any fucking problem with that. I don't have any problem with there being a restaurant that says no dogs.
Wait, but why do we have to go? I just want more social responsibility. If you have a badass little kid, if you have a badass little dog, recognize that you have like someone that is going to ruin the vibe.
Well, the kid has to fly, so that's the problem. So the problem is this: I'm not trying to say keep kids out of the sky.
Just your skies.
I'm not saying keep kids out of the sky. Kids got to fly. They got to go on vacations, and sometimes I understand that this is a very difficult decision for people. Mm-hmm. Because you got to fly with the baby. and the baby's ears
they're popping.
They're not right, but you gotta go see grandma. She's not gonna be with us long. No, I'm serious.
It's a narrative.
I've known people that have been in this situation before. It's like we gotta take the baby on the flight. The baby is going to cry because of the ears and all of that stuff. I get it. I know that baby has to fly to see grandma. These kids got to go to Disney World. I want them to see Orlando. I want your kids to go to Disney World. I just don't want to be on the same flight while y'all going. That's it. And I'm not saying keep them out the sky.
Instead of like a separate flight, what if we did like a panic room situation where we put all the bad babies like on the flight so we don't hear them?
Separate but equal. Maybe
babies only.
I'm not into it, but what I'm saying is,
a babies only flight is actually the move.
This is my thing. I've said that I would pay. There should be a adults only airline, kids only. People are saying we need more spaces for kids. You guys, I'll pay. I'll help. Raise the taxes. More teen places.
This actually could be a business venture, man. This is a business venture.
I'll pay for. Teens need places to go. Kids need places to go. Kids, all these people that I get it. I'm a Disney adult,
right?
So I go to Disney. People go, "Hey, Van, stay out of Disney." You know what? I'll stay out of Disney.
You'd stay out of Disney to kick all these little badass kids off the plane.
If I could just go to sleep on the plane.
Maybe
he just wants to sleep on the plane
too much recently.
I fly all the time, and now I got a whole thing. I do the noise canceling headphones with the whole deal. I'm trying to do it, but I'm telling you, bruh, and this was what really brought that on when I was on CNN this time. Okay. So when I fly CNN, people are acting like when I fly CNN, they fly me Delta One. It's very nice.
Very nice. You get the lounge too?
The Delta One lounge, fantastic, right?
Great,
they fly me
real
Delta
well.
One. It's very nice. It's very nice. They fly me there. When you're in the Delta One situation, you don't really expect to have certain things happen.
Right.
And I'm on there. I see this lady and she's got 2 kids with her. They get on the plane first. And I just know they're going to walk to the back, but they don't. This lady got that cheese cheddar cash. Because she got her with a Delta One and she got the kids with a Delta One. Man, them Delta Ones is going up at 3, bro.
I would send the kids to the back.
3. Nah, you can't do that.
That's cool.
You can't do that.
See, what's real fucked up, I've seen some celebrities with Netflix money be in the Delta One and send their kids back to
You can't do that. So I sit down, and it's in the middle. It's like the window, and then there's 2 Delta One recliners, and there's other side on most of these planes. But I'm in the middle, so that means I got somebody next to me.
Right?
Do you have the partition for the thing or no?
Nah.
Okay.
Not on this. Like you got your own deal, but
right?
You late flight and all that stuff.
Yeah,
but there's somebody next to me, and it's a kid.
Right.
And the kid. And the kid is cute. It's a cute kid.
How old is
Ballpark
this kid?
age?
Huh?
How old is this kid?
I'm gonna go 6.
Okay.
Okay.
Could be well behaved.
So
From LA to New York?
I'm gonna go 6 from LA to New York. And the kid looks over and he says, "I got TV. Do you have TV?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, that's cute." I was like, "Yeah, I got TV too." He's like, "Yeah, what are you gonna watch?" I was like, "All right now."
You only get one question. You
get a question and a follow-up.
Everybody gets one. That's it. That's it.
I'm like, "All right now." I was like, "I'm not gonna watch nothing. I'm gonna go to sleep." The whole way there? And so I'm starting to look around.
The plucky gods got your ass, bro.
I'm starting to look around like, where is his mom? And I see the mom over there, and guess what the mom is doing? Sleeping!
Before they even take
The
off.
plane hasn't taken off yet.
She took that Xanny.
She's like
she
me.
was gone.
She's like me for real.
No,
I fall asleep
babysitter.
right
The
before.
plane hasn't taken off yet.
Babysitter
And
man,
the
bro.
mother is sleeping.
I feel like you buried the lead with this
Yeah,
story.
Uncle Van
I
now
also
taking
would be
care of your
pissed.
kids.
Yeah.
But by the way,
Was this a white child?
but obviously,
Because if it was a sister, I'm just like, nah, you gotta.
I'm gonna be real with
I was
y'all.
like, if this-
the black kids that be on these flights, perfectly well behaved. I'm just gonna be. If we want to keep it real, if y'all want to take it fucking further, if you want to take
This
it
is
fucking
true.
further, the black kids that be on these flights, perfectly well behaved.
Don't bash me now.
Like I'm just sit down now. Okay, here's man. Sit down. Boom.
iPad.
The whole 9. They chilling. The white kid. I didn't meet the pilot. I want to fly on the wing of the plane. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Okay. I looked over. Mom sleep. The lady comes over. This is the last thing I'll say. The lady comes over. She goes. It's you want orange juice or you want mimosa or do you want like the sparkling champagne or whatever? I was like, I'll take the mimosa. The mimosa.
Yeah,
I'll have the mimosa. So I get the mimosa. I'm drinking the mimosa. And she hasn't gone around to the other side yet.
Right.
Sure.
And the kid goes, I want some orange juice. I'm like, yo, man, it's got liquor in it. Okay? They haven't taught you about liquor yet. Relax. All right? Sit down. The flight attendant, I'm like, yo, could you put a seatbelt on for him? We have to take off and land. Put the seatbelt on this.
Why don't you throw on some Bluey for him and just let him vibe out?
Why would I do that?
I mean, you're doing everything else. It's
a community, man.
Supposed to work together.
You're a babysitter for 5 6
This is the social contract.
But what I'm saying is this, man. I promise you guys, I love kids. I just don't love your kids.
Right.
I love the kids. I love Sai, Amari, Brooklyn, Leah, Riley, RJ. Okay.
So you either need to be related or have a friendship with their parents. If there's some random child, you're like, I don't fucking get there.
No, I love the random children too. But also when I'm around kids, I'm in a position to be, I've voluntarily been around them. So I know what comes with it. You feel me? So like when I'm around kids and I know kids are gonna be around, like I'm not gonna go to Disneyland and complain about the kids. That's stupid. I'm on their turf. Mm-hmm. How about this? I'm on their turf. I go to Disneyland, kids running around, hey, you little scamps, how you doing? I'm on their turf. Mm-hmm. If I'm at a basketball game, not tripping, kids gotta go see Guy Kobe, all of that stuff. Shared turf. But like the airplane is my turf.
The airplane is your turf. Not everybody who's bought a ticket, but specifically your turf.
It's the turf of adults. It's real adult shit happening in the airplane.
Right.
Real business.
What adult shit is happening on an airplane?
Economy, baby. Okay, we getting people around.
Who's economy? You haven't flown economy in 10 years.
Yeah, exactly.
No. I'm talking about the economy. Try to say with me, Jomi. The economy. We're doing economic things. I'm flying for work.
We're doing economic things.
I'm like on a whole deal. Mm-hmm. Like I'm flying for work. People are moving around. We're on our laptops. Blah blah blah. We're doing stuff. You know what I mean?
Who's we? You sleep.
Everybody before we get started. After we land, I don't mind. You know what? There's a part of this is another thing. Last thing. Seeing the kid in first class, I kind of feel played. Yeah, I don't want to see you in the Delta Lounge, nigga. Know how long it took me to get to the Delta Lounge?
And you just showed up?
Yo, you hating on the Nepo babies? Like, that's the problem.
One time I was on the flight, Jaden Smith. Let me tell you something real quick. I'm gonna tell the story.
Oh no.
I'm on the JetBlue Mint. Also, fantastic. Shout out JetBlue.
Right.
JetBlue Mint. Okay. I'm on the JetBlue Mint.
We need a video of Van ranking first class.
Rank the first class lounges.
Oh, right.
So guys, this is already post credits.
So I'll rank the first class lounges right now.
Okay, rank the first class.
So I'll rank the first class. I'll rank not the lounges, but I'll rank the first class lounges.
Okay.
All right. So number 1 is Delta One. Not even close. It's not even close. Delta One is by far the best first class experience that you could get.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Number 2 is American.
Oh.
Flagship business, flagship first.
Oh, okay.
All right, number 2, American flagship business, flagship first. Very nice planes. They got the long haul plane that goes from LA to New York, and this plane is great. They got at the front, they got the dedicated first class.
Amenities breakdown.
Then second, they got the business class on these flights where it's the 2 people, but it's still lay flat.
Yeah.
Right.
And then they have maybe like 75 seats of economy in the back. But these seats
which you would know about.
I haven't flown it for a while. I mean, what the fuck you mean? I flew it for enough. I gave them 40 years of economy. I don't owe them nothing else. I flew it for a long time. And now it's like, and also
this is why people can't really connect with your opinion anymore, because you're not one of us. You're not in the mud. You're not in the economy. Like it's like you These are bougie problems, if we're being honest.
No, it's not. It's not bougie problems at all.
It might be. Young kids and you in first class is
You
not a
started
bougie
off by
problem.
saying I need kids
What?
being quiet.
No, get to the rest
And then
of it.
it's like,
not
Get to the
bougie
rest of the
it
show.
ends with Ben being like, I am the means of production.
We're not doing this. We're not doing this.
No. It's not a bougie problem at all. It's not a bougie problem. I'm gonna tell you.
It's not a bougie problem. It's a bougie solution.
I'll tell you guys why. I'll tell you guys, and I'll be honest with
Modern
you.
problems.
I'll tell you the way I look at this. And y'all haven't, maybe it hasn't happened yet. I worked my ass off.
Sure.
Right.
So if you're out there right now and you thinking this, you can suck my dick. I swear to God, I wasn't born into this.
Right.
I'm from South Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and I worked for an entire decade.
Hell yeah.
12 hours a day, 5 days a week in the gladiator pit of TMZ. I'm up at 4:30 every single day. I'm leaving home at 6, fighting traffic, 2 hours. I earned it. I'm not doing it.
Yep.
Fuck what you think about it. All right, so I'll go back to rank.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
I'll go back to ranking the
And then you also have Jaden Smith, and then we do have
And
to
then
get
we gotta get the Jaden Smith story.
We will have
maybe.
a podcast.
Okay, yeah, well maybe. So then you asked for it, so I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
So then third is JetBlue.
Right.
Very dependable.
Sure.
Fourth, United.
Mm.
Fifth, easily to me. Easily to
Easily
me.
fifth?
I'm not talking about either. I'm not talking about the other like Hawaiian and all of that stuff like that. I'm talking about the
Major.
then the fifth to me, bruh, Alaska.
Damn. I thought
I mean-
United would be higher.
Oh nah, Alaska sucked. Alaska is whack. Alaska first class is not very nice. The lounge is terrible. You go to the Alaska lounge, they got like preheated eggs and fakes, the fucked up shit. It's not very nice.
Don't want that.
But at least you don't have to sit. Also, I'm big and I have to sit cramped. All right, cool. James Smith story, very quick. You get on the JetBlue flight, and I'm thinking, God damn, we have a light flight. Because one side of the JetBlue Mint is taken up, and then the other side of the JetBlue Mint is there's no seats. There's no
So it's
seats
like
there.
nearly empty.
It's not nearly empty. It's all empty.
Okay.
All empty. So everybody getting on the plane. The plane is literally, we're sitting there. It's like, it's the still before the plane is about to take off. And all of a sudden, the group that's going to get on the plane comes and gets on the plane. Because something about the famous people that really fly commercial is they don't get on first and have everybody walk by them. They get on last after everybody's gotten on. And so people don't have to walk by and say,
Doc
hey
at 'em,
man,
yeah.
I love
Right,
you,
right.
and you know what happened with your dad and Chris Rock and all that shit. And so Jaden Smith gets on, but it's not just him. He's gotten the entire left side of the plane for him and all his people. So Jaden Smith is security.
So this is
it's
like
other
20 people?
No, it's not that big, but
Okay.
it's like that whole side of the plane is for Jaden Smith and his people, whatever they get on there. And then I said, oh my gosh, Jaden Smith. They bring on food. They present the food to Jaden. Jaden, eats the food. He has his own food. that
Sure,
they
of
bring
course.
on with
You're not
him.
eating JetBlue food.
And then the lady comes down, and the lady sits down, and she kneels in front of him. The stewardess, I'm not bullshitting.
Yeah.
The flight attendant, she kneels in front of him, and she goes, okay, Mr. Smith, blah, 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 blah. And Jaden's like, yeah, he's doing this with the thing. He's got the earplugs. Like, yeah. And then she leaves. And when she was walking away, I went, I am Mr. Lathan. And I paid for my shit. So can you come check on me?
And address me as
and I'm gonna give her credit. I'm gonna give this lady credit. She turned around and she laughed at that.
Okay, good.
She turned around. I was like,
Thankfully, that's a bit.
I was just joking.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, I'm Mr. Lathan. And she turned around. She went,
Great.
I ain't worked that hard yet. But if you think you boo, I work my fucking fingers to the bone. You can suck my dick. Anyway,